are stacked. And unfortunately, exciting Whites at corner can't handle that today. So let's see what the Wembley defence responds to that throughout the day.
So it's going to be 4th down. Very, very quick first series here for EKM as they look to punt it away. We're sat at an angle here. That's taken a great EKM bounce, and it is going to be returned, but it's grabbed. And EKM, that is going to be absolutely huge for the Mavericks.
Well, that was just silly from the punt returner, I'll be honest with you. Don't know the name, but apologies, but you shouldn't have grabbed that. It was just not worth it for the additional 5 yards you gain versus the turnover risk. It's just silly decisions. Typical early on in the day, trying to make a play sort of stuff. But hey, look, we go from here. But look at EKM's where they are now. They're in the Wembley half, free possession. Let's see if they can push it and get into the red zone and hopefully the end zone for them.
I mean, what a boon this is for the Mavericks.
2 by 2, 1 high. Flip motion.
Just straight over the middle, great reception there. Not a great tackle there by Wembley Stallions on first point of contact.
There's our man Joel Hughes 2 weeks ago, all 27 points for the Mavericks against the Olympians. You know, he's going to be looking to do that again today. I think when you've got such a stacked receiver core, someone's going to be open, and I think it might be him.
And if you watched the game previously where Wembley plays Solent, that was the exact area of the field Solent and Dave Gibbs, the Great Britain men's OC and head coach and de facto OC of Solent, was targeting, that middle of the field, targeting these linebackers. They're big boys that come downhill, but potentially not as great in coverage. I love you guys. There we go.
QB keeper this time, straight up the middle. Swarm of Stallions. I don't know what the collective for a group of Stallions is. Well, I imagine it'd be the same as Mavericks, as they're both horse teams.
Yeah, it's that jet power read again. EKM aren't big with the run game, but they're actually huge in this sort of jet power read QB run game. Personally, as an OC, I love that type of stuff. Gives you that +1 in the box. Joe Thompson at quarterback, very big athletic guy. So you've got to make use of the players and plays you got.
So 6 in motion for EKM. Getting it out to the left, but just unable to make that grab there, just sort of bouncing around on his forearms almost.
Yeah, so we now go from a 2nd and medium to a 3rd and medium, or 3rd and 6, I'd say at this point. Interesting to see what EKM come out with. My bet is on a 3 by 1 isolation slant to number 5 versus number 11. Oh, 11's in 2 by 2, my apologies.
Yeah, they had an absolute thrilling game with EKM against the Olympians, winning in overtime. You don't see that in Britball very often, and I can guarantee you they do not want this game to have. They don't want no squeaky bum time overtime today. Just fired it a bit too heavy there for Joel Hughes, and once again we have an East Kent Mavericks 4th down.
They do love that man, Joel Hughes, over the middle. Very nice receiver coming from the Kent Falcons University programme. EKM and Kent are very closely linked in that sense. A lot of Kent Falcons on this field for the EKM. That crossing over route depends upon the depth they're throwing it at because of the sticks, but it's something that EKM seems to be using in the well quite a fair bit.
So John Elander to punt it.
I'm fairly certain he's come out of retirement this year. Because last time I saw him, he was hanging them up and he was not playing this game again.
You can tell just the way he was angling that, he was angling over to our side. And they are going to have the Stallions at their own 6.
Wow, going down the hill as well. We'll see what happens here. But first chance to see the Wembley Stallions offence. 50 quid. That is going to be two back personnel. I formation and probably a run, maybe wide zone, some sort of B gap, C gap type stuff. They're running back at the backfield, Aaron Greenidge. He is fantastic. In my opinion, one of the best players in the country. Still going strong in his early to mid 30s. Hell of a player,
And the club captain for the Stallions as well. Just want to shout out our referees today: Brian Yates, our head ref; Graham Smith, our umpire; Lee Wood, our head linesman; Pete Tom, our line judge; Will Marriage, the back judge; Ben Gadsby, the side judge; Tom Ockenden is the field judge; and Jan Smith.
Bit of
also
Bit of a miscommunication from Wembley, only had 10 men on the field, and there's early play jitters, so we've got I formation with a nub. Let's see what happens.
Both of these teams have never been in the Premiership, as far as I'm aware. It's going to be a pass out, looking for 17, and I mean, what a fantastic bit of defence there from Kai Osborne.
I don't like the play design, I'll be very honest with you. One high, throwing a ball in the seam off play action, I don't think that's smart, particularly when you're going under centre. Gives the safety time to do that. If you're going to throw the ball in those seams versus a one high, it needs to be out of shotgun or pistol, or it needs to be out of quick game footwork under centre. You haven't got time for that play action. Apologies.
So these two teams have met 5 times before, and the Wembley Stallions hold a perfect record over the East Kent Mavericks. But I mean, it would be a great story for East Kent, but they're at their version of ranch, and a great run to the outside there for Wembley. That's going to be a first down for the Stallions.
Here it is, that wide zone, I formation. Give it to the guy who's the best player on the field. Let him work. This Wembley Stallions O-line, I think that's one thing they've really improved this off-season. They're probably one of the only clubs I've ever known who has 13 O-linemen, and probably 10 of them are actually legitimately good enough to start on this side. They're big burly boys, a lot of them are very experienced, late 20s, early 30s, been around the block, and they know the scheme like the back of their hand. Coach Warren Smart is very good with recruiting the offensive linemen.
So fresh set of downs here for the home side in the lovely navy kit. It's going to be a handoff to Kai Osborne. No, sorry, not Kai Osborne. Aaron Greenridge.
Aaron Greenridge. Yeah, it's only the wrong team, wrong size, and wrong everything else.
Yes, yeah.
It's all right, mate.
I had one name in my head, and I was like, well, I've definitely just spoken about him, so I went to the last available player.
Yeah, Guy Osborne's the free safety for EKM.
He certainly is.
He is. Speaking of EKM, the state defence led by number 4, Ian Whitehead, I believe. A good old friend of mine, I played with him, Kent Exiles. Bij Vijard, I'm not sure if I can see him on the field at the moment. Maybe
no,
not.
He is there.
He's lurking somewhere in the middle of the box. There he is with Daniel Collado as well. So they're going, looks like a 3-3 stack defence with Jordan Legg off the edge here.
QB going outside, fires one out.
Oh, what a grab! Oh my word!
We need to, well, we're going to have another look at it.
Number 1 has just gone up, and he has sunned one of the exciting Whites DBs. What a play.
So let's have another look at this. Spectacular play for a spectacular game. I'm hoping Wembley don't go too fast here. QB rolling out, fires it.
He's done that time and time again this season, Fabio Gamma. That is unreal.
Fabio Gamma, a graduate of Bournemouth University Bobcats, led by Steve Rains, one of the
Do you know anything about that team?
I do a little bit about it, mate. But look, it's a good programme, experienced coaching staff, and Fabio's a hell of a player, man. Hell of a player.
And Greenbridge there, just slipping, which is quite strange because this turf is quite dry.
Yep, so far the only man to tackle Green one-on-one is the grass.
So this is big for context. Green is, for this season so far, 8 games played, 1,453 yards, 17 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. And the most ridiculous stat in here, he's averaging 15.8 yards a carry.
What?
This man isn't even
What do you mean
playing
he's averaging
He's averaging 15.8 yards per carry.
Absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy.
So he's the hot hand, going to give it to him again, this time to the left-hand side.
He's got to get, he does something that I love of a running back. It's called +2. The man just finishes +2 every single time. First contact at 4 yards past the sticks, he ends up another 4 yards downfield, just falling forwards down that hill. I'm a big proponent of, the hills actually make a big difference when you have a slope in the game, even if it's psychological. And Wembley, if you look at this drive, they started on the 6. They are now well into EKM territory.
So Bijan Fard there on the tackle as well for EKM. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 now for the hometown side.
And there he goes.
Straight up the middle. Greens is going to have enough for a first down. I hear whistles, but I don't see any yellow laundry on the field. Oh no, there is a flag on the play.
Offside. Oh no, what have they done? They waved it. They waved it. A little bit of time while the refs sort stuff out, and Wembley getting in the right personnel set. Green is out, so we have Adam Maitland at running back, University of Portsmouth graduate, played receiver, I believe, at at the Destroyers, and he's been a running back here ever since. So we've got him and big CJ at the fullback position in front of him.
I can say this is a long plug. 19th of October, Brunel versus Portsmouth. We will be there for that.
That'll be a great game. Oh, there's a hole!
Straight up the middle. This time going to the right-hand side, but then a dust cloud emerges as the tackle takes place.
Look, people can talk about. Sorry, go on.
It's going to be enough for a fresh set of downs for the Stallions.
If people talk about I formation, running the ball, smash mouth football being boring, I personally don't think the Wembley coaching staff give a damn, because if you look at this, they have just ground and pound that ball down the field with one completed pass, one incomplete pass. It's just simple football, smash mouth. We are bigger than you. We are going to move your bodies at the line of scrimmage, and we're going to get downhill. Challenge for EKM now is we're getting to the red zone. Is can they stop it?
I mean, one thing we've learned about EKM from last week is that, you know, they're never ever going to give up, as this is going to be passed, looking for the back of the end zone, but just over the head of his receiver. But I mean, when you're running the football like this, it opens up the opportunity to take a shot, and that's exactly what Wembley try to do there.
Yeah, you've got the EKM now sort of in a bit of an advantageous situation with the shot play on 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. You know, they've got these big linebackers in there. Probably if I'm an EKM DC, I'm expecting run. I'm expecting one of Ian, Daniel or Bidge to make a play here. They're all great players, to be fair to them.
You know, one thing he's got me impressed about this Wembley side, they've outscored their opponents in the regular season 356 to 18. And that they just collapsed. And I mean, that was one of the better defensive plays there from EKM, as it's going to be a tackle for loss. Only looked to me to be just a yard, but it is going to bring up 3rd down.
I've got 50 quid, I know what the play is going to be here, because I've just seen the first personnel formation. But if I say what the play is going to be, I think Wembley will get a bit annoyed, because someone will probably relay that to the EKM sales line.
Well, if you know what the play is going to be and you're right, then
it's going to be quite obvious. It's going to be I formation, GT. They're probably going to pull left tackle, big Jordan Davis, and I believe 36. So CJ is going to fake to the left, I believe, if I'm correct. Oh no, they've gone past. Oh wow, that's something different. Oh my days!
That's a big man. He's rumbling and bumbling, and he's gets smacked out of bounds. But you love to see a big man with the ball.
Yeah, CJ, God love him. He is built like a one technique, built like a little speedy one technique in the NFL. But he's a great lad, great person.
Club legend.
Club legend.
The man's been here since day one of the Wembley Stallions. You know, we're talking, what, 11 years, 10 years now?
Yeah, 11, 12 years. He's
last time they were in a final, he's one of the only players still here from that reign.
Oh, mate.
That is quite incredible.
He's a character as well. He's a proper character. He's someone you want to have a beer with after the game. Brilliant human being.
So, Wembley not quite with a 1st and goal. They can get a 1st down. But I mean, obviously, you're going to be looking touchdown first. Oh, and through as he hit as he threw it, not through as he hit it, but
that is a hell of a play from Bijan.
Coming in though.
Flags in. I'm not sure what for though. I think that was a perfectly legal hit. Hell of a rush by number 8, Bijan. Bij. I'm going to call him Bij because I'll butcher his surname and everyone will call me all his silly names. But hell of a player, hell of a rush off the edge. Big guy, but very athletic for his size. Exactly what you want in a brick ball linebacker.
So it's going to be on Wembley. They're heading backwards.
What was it for?
Well, we'll find out here. We'll White Hat referee.
My apologies.
What's that? OPI.
OPI. Incredible. All right. Personally, if I'm Wembley at this point, I'm just running the ball for another 2 downs to see what happens. It's been so successful. Why change it? You've got Green back in the backfield. The only reason those runs stopped earlier, one, great EKM defence, seems to be flowing to the football a bit more and biting less on the misdirection. And 2, Greenidge wasn't carrying the ball. That's no disrespect to everybody else, but you know, it's like if the Eagles take out Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Same thing, but obviously a much less level.
So the Stallions have got a long way to go to make up for that flag yardage. They're going to try through the air. It's out to the outside, but just a bit too high for his receiver.
2nd and forever. I'm expecting either a run or, in my opinion, I think it's a great time to go for a little screen. Get Green the ball. getting the ball in space.
You know, for a second I thought you were going to say you're expecting a run or a pass. Well, that's quite analysis, James Kelvin.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's me. That's that education I have.
Could punt, you never know.
It could punt. Yeah, can you imagine?
Field goal on second.
Ted Watts has turned into Jake Fromm. He's working for State Farm. You know he's now an insurance agent.
Yeah, and not the State Farm. So they're going to pass it again, Wembley. There's some space there. Oh, and it's intercepted! And EKM, there is some space here. I mean, let's be honest, the EKM defence have been spectacular. They're going to have some great field position, but there is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, it's in the middle, it's probably going to be on the offence. I imagine it will be declined. But let's see what the guys in the middle say. But comeback route, he was in great position. He's made a brilliant play on the ball. It's a hell of a play from 13 there. I think it's Josh Bradley of the Kent Falcons as well. It's great to see young players making plays on the football and doing their thing.
I mean, let's be honest, that initial punt that was touched by Wembley Stallions and EKM recovered it, and now an interception. I mean, it sounds silly to say, we're in a championship game, we may have a game on our hands.
Yeah. Oh. Declined, yeah, I thought so. Wembley keeps shooting themselves in the foot here. Personally, look, your best players in the backfield, you're in I formation, just run the damn ball. I think they're just trying to pass it a little bit too much potentially in the low red zone, but
you know, it's getting to the point now. Are we thinking to ourselves potentially, has Wembley let this occasion get to them here?
I suggest there's probably some pre-match nerves and stuff. You know, they're coming to the game. I'd say they came into the game the favourites just because of the result last year, right? In that tight game down at the ranch in Kent. Oh, here we go. 3x1 ISO. Number 0.
It's going to be a QB keeper. There's no space.
Well played by Wembley, I have to say. Well played by Wembley. 15's a hell of a boy. Big fella, big burly boy, he can run. But on that occasion, we have a two-yard loss, I'd say.
It's going to be 2 yards, 2nd and 12 now for the Stallions.
Right,
for the Mavericks.
We have flipped side of the hash, but I've noticed the safety is aligned over the centre rather than taking the space on the field, and you've still got 0 isolated on his own all the way there on the field side. So I think that's where the ball's going.
Quite probably we're here for, what was that, Ted Watts' 3rd interception of the season. I mean, that's good to keep it so low.
On that far side right now.
There's balls going there, mate.
Told
you.
There you go, there it is.
Oh, great catch, goes for the stiff arm.
I'll tell you what, for a guy who may lose about 20 kg on Saquon, that is a hell of a tackle and hell of a play by 20. But EKM know what they're doing. They're targeting that field side when they go 3x1 with the ISO receiver to the field, just trying to get the guy in space and let him do the magic.
Would you argue that today's been a bit more, I know we're only in the first quarter here, but a bit more pass heavy than you expected?
From EKM, no, but from Wembley, yes. I don't see the need for it from Wembley's point of view. We got QB run.
Keep it again. He's going to have enough for a first down.
That's a great run. That's a great run. A hell of a play. Yards after contact. O-line making a nice little hole. Great little play. Good scheme. It's difficult to deal with Wembley. It really is. You've got motion. You've got QB running, so you've got +1 in the box. It's difficult. It's a hell of a scheme from the EKM OC.
I think what's really interesting about this matchup we've got here isn't the matchup on the field, it's the matchup in the coordinators. So the Wembley Stallions DC, you've got Rich Wickets, who played in the last time Wembley were in the final, and funnily enough on the OC for the Mavericks you've got Art, who was the QB for Wembley in that final as well. So these are two people that really know each other well.
And to the ground.
Yeah, he's got a bit overeager. He's got a bit overeager there and pulled that when he really shouldn't have. 94, I think I can't remember his name, fella, but he transferred from Fidel. That's the one, Fidel Johnson. Transferred from London Blitz B. Look, he is not a B team player in any lineup. He's a hell of a player on the inside, and he's just taken the QB down. But I've noticed they're pulling the guards on these, so I'm not quite sure who his read should have been. But 94's just swam when the guards vacated the space and just got there straight away.
So 2nd and I'm going to say 13 now for East Kent. 12 in motion around that side. They're looking for a No one in the area, so
you know what?
down for EKM.
I misjudged 20. He's a lot better player than I thought he is. I don't know fella's name. I don't think I know him previously. Daniel Cleanhands. Apologies if I've pronounced that incorrect, buddy. But yeah, he's nice. He's really nice. Good bit of contact on that, stopping the deep ball. I think they'll go back to that well though, EKM. If you look, 3-1. Here we go. Shot play coming.
Still 13 yards to a first down. Third down here, so once again firing out to the outside is going to be caught, but
I tell you that he's on fire. Number 20, West London's version of Cooper DeJean. This boy can play football. I tell you now, he's just brilliant. Just brilliant. Look at the replay. 3-1, all on his own.
like EKM thought they may have a chance there, but just wrapped up and brought to the ground.
Not quite certain why they're throwing a 5-6 yard hitch on 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13. Not the play I would call, but I think maybe they're hoping for Yak and the guy to shrug him off. But I think this is the first corner to stop him. Stop 0, 1-on-1.
So third punt of the day for EKM here. Last time they punted in about this position, they managed to pin Wembley back at their own 6. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it this time, and it's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, number 3's learnt his lesson. I think he probably would have, he probably would have been told to find a new team next year if he touched it again and fumbled it.
I'm just hoping
joking.
Because obviously, me and James are right here, but SJ, how are you doing? Just come into the frame for me.
Can't really get it. No, I'm just on the floor here.
So that's why we need to get some more sponsorships for more chairs.
Indeed.
It's either sit like that or just stand behind you both.
Just leering.
You're not the stepfather, you're the father that steps up. I think Coach Warren wants the offence to get moving and get it going.
Yeah, I can imagine that we're probably going to be hearing Coach Smart from where we're sat if the offensive production from Wembley doesn't result in some points here.
Yeah, ace personnel, 11 people. 11 personnel, sorry. Oh, inside zone. Oh, he's off!
He's off.
He's got space. Goes head into contact. He may have this, but no, he's going to be brought down there.
I don't know what number 2 was doing on the free safety on the tackle. He sort of just ducked his head down. Everything you're not taught to do, really. Put his head down, lost his eyes, no tracking through the hip. Arms still inside like a T-Rex.
Taylor Charles, number 29 of East Kent, he definitely saved.
Oh, what is that?
6 points from being put on the board there by Greenidge.
That's a hell of a play by 29. Great chase down tackle, but number 2, you should be proud of yourself there, buddy.
Season. Let him run, gets to second level. Normally, that's going to the end zone.
3-1, indeed. Oh no, I missed tight end, my bad.
Goes Greenidge again, up the middle, gets past 1, but number 3 just managed to grab hold of the ankles.
Coach Smart seems like the offensive play caller on Wembley sideline seems to have learnt his lesson from the first drive. Just run the ball inside, mate.
Jordan Legg there just making sure that just the ankle is enough to bring Greenidge to the floor, but it's going to result in I mean, to me that looks like a 2nd and inches.
Yeah, 2nd and inches. Let Green rest at that point. The man is touching 35 at this point, I think, sooner or later. So as much as he's a bit of a specimen in that sense, you have to let him breathe.
I like that. I mean, definitely going straight back to that run game for the Stallions.
Yeah.
Classic football from what we'd expected.
I love that play call. Tight end in a sort of wing formation, motion him across, snap the ball as he passed the centre, let him pull up in the lead block, sort of like a power almost in that sense. And you're just letting him, big boy 87. He actually played JD, I think he actually played defensive line for the last few years, but he switched across to the offensive side of the ball. Big guy, big burly man, grown man strength, he's in his mid-30s, so yeah, hell of a play.
So we're going to throw it this time. Oh, there is space, almost picked off again there. I mean
timing's well off. The timing's well off in the
number
half game.
43 came there, he's going to be absolutely kicking himself in the morning because that was right there for him.
You have to say this EKM defence and the back end, they're making plays. They've been very good in coverage. Just look at the replay here for us. Okay, I'm not a fan of that back pedal, but yeah, that's just a bad throw from the quarterback. He really should have led the man downfield, thrown that just inside the hash, and he probably would have scored. But
Connor Carroll is going to be absolutely hitting himself in the morning. And a pop pass out, gets number 39.
Yeah, that's that half-back screen. But the thing is with EKM, they've got some real size on that defensive line. He also had Jordan Legg, number 3, coming off the edge. So very difficult to actually throw that screen over. If you want to watch a screen clinic, by the way, watch a bit of Jackson Dart last night for the New York Giants. He was brilliant at getting the ball out on those different angles.
Why are you plugging New York Giants?
I like Jackson Dart. I think he's the Jesus from Utah.
Who do you support?
Giants.
Do you?
Yeah, it's been miserable.
So sad.
Odell Beckham was on Madden when I started following the game.
That's a good reason. So third, I'm going to say 3 here for the Stallions. QB's going to... I was completely faked out there. I still thought Watts had the ball, but it's going to be enough for a first down for...
Hell of a run inside, and I think we are done with the first quarter.
Lots of whistles. Still going.
All right, mate.
All right.
The Scottish ref thinks this is Glasgow on a Friday night. He's just bumping his whistle. I meant that in a nightclub context, please. Sorry.
So yeah, that is going to be...
Hey, still going. A week early for Carnival, mate. Calm it down.
So I think that is the first time all season the Wembley Stallions have been shut out in the first quarter. No points at all so far.
I mean,
this is a cagey affair. I don't think I'm getting all those points that I asked for.
as far as I'm concerned, there, I'm a lot more impressed with EKM here from their defense. I mean, Connor Carroll, number 40 for them, was exceptionally close to getting a first down. Getting an interception. Very, very close.
They've been bend but don't break, and they've done it brilliantly. We expected this to be a game of probably 4 or 5 scores each on each side, which is kind of rare in football. But look, the EKM defense come to play, particularly on the back end. They're making plays really, really nicely. Defensive linemen seem to be getting in the passing lanes when it comes to rushing the passer. The only thing I'd say is probably stuffing their runs a bit more. Been a bit of an issue, but as the fellas come up to the sideline where we are, very grateful for that because I can see much nicer rather than a big pole. But yeah, let's see if the Wembley Stallions can punch this in. What's the down distance, Tebs? I've actually forgot. Fresh set of downs. Here we go. Wembley OC is probably going to take a shot because that is what he loves to do. But let's see.
Maris, is your camera supposed to be on number 4? Okay, that's fine. We'll just check.
We've got bunch left or trips? But no, I lied. Am I lying? Yeah, we've got trips, I believe. I can't see the ref's actually right on the spot of my.
But fresh set downs again, like they can still get a first down, but just by a yard. So there's going to be a throw from Wembley. Pockets claps in, looking for the back of the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Stallions.
I love that from Wembley. EKM a bit unlucky there. Just a great throw, standing in the pocket of Tebbutt. So let's see what happened there on the back end with the coverage from EKM.
So what are you seeing there, James?
I don't know where number 2 was. I think he was a free safety. I think he actually came over to come play the ISO side, leaving it basically middle of the field open. And he got that crossing route from number 17. It's just, yeah, it's a fun spot. It's actually a very difficult throw, if I'm honest with you, off the back foot as well. But he's put it in what we call a top shelf basketball throw. And 17's just been a ball player and gone and got the ball, which is awesome.
Flag comes in on that PAT. They're saying it's good, so we're going to wait to see if this is going to push Wembley back a bit.
I think is it on EKM or what's he doing? So Wembley are walking off, so it's on EKM. There we go. So let's see what happens now. EKM, can you respond? I think they can. I'll be really honest with you. I think they've got a great offense. One thing they can do is they can move the ball downfield quick. If you watch the O's last week, sorry, not last week, the week before, that was a hell of a game from them. That fourth quarter comeback, they moved the ball downfield fast. When your offense is a passing-based offense, that is always the threat. So let's see what EKM get done now. But looking at the backfield, we got, as the kick return unit comes out, we've got 0 Saquon, and we've got number 12. I believe that is Ovi, the former SGS Pride player. Another brilliant athlete with the ball in his hands. Bit of a receiver / running back, scat back type guy. Popping in a slot, popping in the backfield for third down, etc. But yeah, these guys can return it to the house at any given moment. So EKM will be looking for a good set of field position here from the return units.
So I just want to say, if you were interested in becoming a referee, Bafra.info is where you needed to go. We always need more referees in the sport, so Bafra.info is where you're going to need to go if you want to help out the sport. I know Seb somewhere, he went to Bafra.info to get more information, and I look at him, ref.
Turned out to be a brilliant referee.
Exactly.
Brilliant referee, getting paid a bit of money on his weekends. What can't you love? Particularly in this cost of living crisis, everybody. A bit of money on the weekends is always good.
That's why I'm so annoyed that James he's basically used all of my sunscreen.
What happened?
Yes, you have. So the kick off there, so he scored the touchdown, and what a boot that is actually.
Oh mate, he has kicked that to Kingdom Come. What a boot that is. Up the hill as well, bang. Taking it away from those dangerous EKM returners. That may be, in the end of the day, one of the most important plays for Wembley, keeping it away from those guys in space. If you look at the EKM offence, that's what the whole thing does. Air raid, spread offence, 4 wides, get the ball to the guys in space. They're not going to target you deeply downhill off a 5-step drop into a double hitch, but they will target your 3-step gun footwork, quick hitch up, you know, these little things, and let the receivers basically turn the whole game into a make and miss drill, which they do win most of the time.
So I mean, I'm still impressed here with EKM's defence manager to shut out Wembley in the first quarter, but I mean, as it stands right now, you're not going to Watford, EKM. Can they get something going?
Relax, it's very early in the day. EKM are a very good side.
So run. Oh, and breaks one piece of contact, but just cannot get past the other.
Yep, can't get past the other. Broke the first tackle, bit of inside zone. We'll see a ring and read option on the back end, as per standard for EKM, keeping 15 live in the game because he is such a running threat.
It looks to me like there is yardage gain there, but I mean it's as minimal yardage as you could probably get, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
So
3x1 ISO.
Second and I'm going to say 9 and 7/8. 11 in motion for EKM. Only one with a white helmet on by the looks of things. Not that that's of any interest to anyone.
The response is a bump across from the LBs.
Oh, and what a strike across the middle. It's going to be caught, and that is going to be enough for a first down
The
for
EKM. The EKM love these over routes over the middle, those crossing routes, etc. Wembley are probably looking for their linebackers to maybe get a bit more depth, but the difficulty is EKM's scheme is brilliantly done, really is, with that inside zone track, meaning the linebackers have to sort of target that when it's off that quick play action look, and then you just fit the ball in behind. Maybe the safety plays a bit less depth. I'm not really sure what Wembley's response will be.
So for a straight down to EKM, it's going to be a run to the left-hand side. There's certainly some space there. He's going right round the outside, but just barged out of bounds.
Here we go.
Let's have a look here. The referees are... Oh, that's going to be a very, very minimal. Are they going to call it a first down? Yes, they certainly are. So another first down for EKM. They are very much retaliating to the Wembley Stallions.
Yeah, we are.
First score of the day.
Inside zone again. Number 10, Ben Crabb, Kent University player. Yeah, he's a great player.
Do you have any opinions on how you think Kent are going to do this year?
Falcons?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Yeah, really well, mate.
Just one word, well.
I think
they'll
they'll...
pass this time. Looking for an absolute screamer. Oh, and so close. Unbelievable. I think that there was a chance there. We're definitely going to go to the replay of that just to see if my exclamation was worth it.
Yeah, so we've got 3x1. They're targeting the trip side this time. It's a deep shot, one-on-one with the corner. Notice number 20 is playing press. Man across.
To me, there was definitely some footsteps there, but
Yeah, he's
also,
got
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. I played centre. Why am I talking about what the receivers could or could not catch? I couldn't catch a cold. So, second down, out wide. Oh, open, and there's certainly some space there. Ducking out of the way of one tackle, but brought to the ground, but not before another East Kent Mavericks first down.
There we go again, what we talked about earlier. Those EKM wide receivers making the game basically a big game of make and miss, one-on-one in an alley. Just on the outside, five-step hitch, turn around, get the ball, bob your uncle, turn around and see if we can make a DB miss, which they can, because they are brilliant athletes. Anyone who's thinking just because Wembley have gone up that EKM are are gone is a fool. They're a really good football team.
This is going to be the biggest challenge for the DBs of Wembley Stallions for this whole season. You said it pre-game,
But-
spoke to people pre-game. This is not going to be as easy as it has been in the run-up to this game.
So there's no whistle. There we go.
So we have a dart run there, which essentially is sickle pull from the backside tackle up the A-gap. We'll see it on the replay here. So we see tackle, sickle pull. Oh no, the guard went as well. Oh my word, they're pulling both. Not sure if I'm a fan of that with EKM's O-line. No disrespect to the fellas, but they're big burly boys, but I'm not sure they're type to get agile in space.
So second down here, looking through the air.
Oh!
And once again, I mean, we saw one from EKM earlier, and we've seen one from Wembley now. Will Roman is going to be absolutely kicking himself.
Yeah, you can't drop those, man. There's a reason you're playing defensive back, I guess, at this point. The old adage, but in the game like this, that's not.
We're going to have another look at this. I mean, yeah, that was right there for Will Roman, but instead,
Also, if he put a bit more touch on the ball, got it in the air, I think his number 0, my man, was in the end zone for a score there. But they're looking, again, those big, deep over routes. They love that stuff to targeting these linebackers in coverage, I'm telling you now.
So 3rd and 10 now for EKM.
Signal out, change the play.
Oh, trying to get him to jump.
I don't see a flag.
I don't see a flag either. It is caught. Breaks one. Goes to the outside there. What are they going to call that? That is going to be another East Kent Mavericks first down. And I mean,
It's all right, Dad.
As we were talking about earlier, look, 5-yard hitch, turn, get the ball, make a misdrill, EKM win. Look at this replay.
I mean, they've been doing this, I would say, all day long. I know we're in the second quarter, but it's, Coach James is exactly right. It's making people miss in those alleyways, as they say.
Bosh.
It's going to go to the outside. Could East Kent, there's definitely some space there, brought down, but that's going to be. I mean, East Kent are really stacking these first downs.
Yep, driving down the hill, doing a hell of a play here from EKM. They look good, man. They look really good. Look, this is championship football. This is 2 quality football teams. I love seeing this rather than watching those games where you've got like 25 people on a sideline and there's like 4 O-linemen. This is proper football. This is proper stuff.
One of these teams is going to have the chance to play the Cheetahs
Well,
on the 31st.
I think.
So flags come in.
Full start. Yep. Offense marching backwards there. There's a bit of an error after so many brilliant plays. You know, that is the issue when you're either a run-heavy offense or a dink and dunk, and you have so many plays in a drive to score. It makes it a bit more difficult, as obviously when you get down to this area. But when you get down to this sort of area, you've had 8 plays, 9 plays, 10 plays. That's when the errors tend to come in.
So EKM going back. It's not going to stop him from having a first down here. I mean, I expect some points to come. Goes to the outside and just bobbles the ball there.
As I was talking about, you know, we get further down the field, some errors now, maybe been on the field for what, 5 minutes as an offense. It's difficult, it's really difficult. You know, everyone thinks, oh, just dink and dunk, pass it underneath and you'll get down there eventually. But the reality is, you know, you're asking guys to make plays and concentrate for that long. So just ball sat out of the hands, probably wasn't the greatest of throws, but it was very difficult with that sort of sidearm action that was expected and needed in that situation.
So second down for
Alert, number 0 getting the ball.
East Kent.
I lied.
And once again trying to find the end zone, but unable there. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down for EKM.
3rd and 15. Most teams, you think this is quite a simple situation. You know, rock into a 2 high and just sort of, you know, play some deep quarters coverage. But versus EKM, it's very difficult. When you've got 4 guys who can win, and every single one of those receivers is brilliant. Joel Hughes got all 27 points for him against 2 weeks ago. Number 5 one of the Barber Street twins in a GB side. 0 speaks for himself with size and power and length. And Ovi, number 12, hell of a ball player, just a great athlete. 3-by-1 here.
3rd and 15. I expect a bit of a low snap there, but gets it out and just unable to bring it in. Going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like field goal unit.
So here comes a field goal unit for EKM.
So in and out of the hands of Ovi, number 12, but he was open again. It was underneath flat route from, I think it was Joel Hughes, number 11. Then he had these maybe crossers, maybe a skinny post on the outside and a crosser from Ovi. How many times have they called a similar concept with these crossing routes over the middle? I'm not sure what Wembley's response will be as we go further forward, but maybe they need to change it up slightly because they are having issues.
So he can put some points on the board. Kick is up. And have a look at the refs. What are they saying? And it is no good.
No.
And the Wembley Stallions are going to maintain their 7-point lead here in the Southern Division 1 Championship final.
Oh, Wembley, bend but don't break defence. Number 4, Ian, is talking to the referees, and I think he's a long snapper, so he probably got touched and is arguing about that. But as we go forward, you know, Wembley got away with one there. You know, EKM got all the way down to, I don't know where we are, but somewhere like just outside the low red zone, and they couldn't come away with it. So Wembley's turn to take over. Want to establish a long drive, probably get out the field and just ensure that when they do give the ball to EKM, be that either, you know, kick off, punt, whatever it is, EKM are not starting in their own half.
I mean, we've already seen Wembley drive the length of the field already today. Going to be a hand or two to the left-hand side here. EKM seemed to have sniffed it out, but it just seemed like there was space there to bring him down before any yards were gained.
It's just wriggly. Do you know what I mean? Like it's again another 2-3 yards after contact. EKM can wrap up. They're hitting the holes in the right places.
It's realistically, it's how many words can elusive mean? Like
contact balance, blah blah blah. I form again.
It's wriggly, elusive, skittish. It's going to go.
Oh my God! 4
to
just
greenage
got
again.
bopped.
I mean, it looks like EKM have done a decent job there of understanding what Wembley might be doing. Maybe thinking Wembley's pass game is their weakness in terms of their offense and trying to force them into that lane. I mean, that's some big words.
I think we've underplayed it there. I think that was a hell of a play from the linebackers there. You know, Ian took a hit, but the other two flowed over lovely and got to the ball carrier very quickly. I form still, so probably a play action or a misdirection run.
So 3rd and 8. Going to look to fire it, our Wembley. Looking for a big ball there, and that might be picked. It's going to see what the referees are going to say.
He said out of bounds.
And out of bounds.
No, he said out of bounds. Hell of a play though. Hell of a play though.
I mean, this is where obviously it doesn't matter, but we can maybe refer back to the replay here for what was a spectacular play. The Wembley punt unit is coming onto the field, and we can see.
Yeah, it's just a comeback route. Freeze read it the whole way. One high safety. It just came, not safety, sorry, but he just came across and just made a play on the ball. He's a huge guy in terms of length, massive advantage over the receiver, experienced player, and it's a very good play from him.
Saquon Gillen, Matthew Barber Street back to return for EKM. Looked like there was definitely some early movement there. I mean, that punt's not going to have a whole lot of legs.
Well, 2 flags, not really sure what they'd be for. Quite far down the field.
From my eyes anyway, I think
maybe it's.
the timer on the right, I think, moved a bit too early, but then
I've heard a rumour it's 12 men on the field from EKM. It's what the Wembley sideline is screaming, which would make sense as to why the flag's all the way back here. If so, I think, I'm not sure if Wembley's going to march them back 5 or what we're doing.
I think we'll say so far in this game it's 7-0, but I don't think that's reflective of which team has probably actually got the upper hand right now. You know, we've seen Wembley make a few crucial mistakes now. You know, if this goes where it's going to be, again, the match is starting in the Wembley half.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have a re-punt on our hands.
Exactly what we said that shouldn't happen, right? We talked about Wembley making sure that EKM don't have a short field to play from, and they did. But we've got a 5-yard penalty, so replan the punt. See if we can get a bit more hang time on this one.
I did manage to witness something incredible yesterday, which was I was watching the ELF game for the Paris Musketeers and the Vienna Vikings, and the Paris Musketeers had 12 men on the field 2 times in a row. Don't quite understand how you managed that.
Happens to the best of us, apparently.
I think we had that a couple of years ago. I think we did more than that. We had it 3 times in a row.
I wasn't a coach, mate.
Oh, and that's got a good kick there.
Much better.
Yeah, much better punt. I mean, Wembley in EKM back.
Just speaks to test to the little things matter in these games. You know, we've had a couple drops, we had drop picks from EKM. They really should be on top. In my opinion, they have definitely been the better side. Their offense has looked more explosive. Wembley seems to have slowed down a little bit with a 3 and out there. This EKM, obviously, you know, for them, they're just looking to see if they can take advantage and put the numbers on the board that, you know, to reflect probably their superiority at this stage of the game.
It's just more so that it feels that SJ's prediction of a high-scoring game is.
It's really fading now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's really fading.
You shouldn't have said it.
Hey, relax. Remember, it was like this when these two played. EKM played the O's a couple of weeks ago. We've still got plenty of time.
That's going to be the thing with this Mavs team. If they go down 2 scores, they go down 3 scores, they are not dead. They will come back.
Should be keeper.
Jet power read again.
So, James, you played in the game last year between these 2 teams. How would you say, and I was there as well, how would you say this game compares to the last one? You know, we've got a lot of players that are same. Really, it's the same teams almost, with a few pieces missing.
Yeah, I think both teams have improved offensively in particular. You know, EKM have got stronger at their strength, right? They've added more receivers like Obi, who's just a hell of a player. They've added Joe Thompson at quarterback. It gives them another threat in terms of run game as a QB runner. And then Wembley have obviously added more receiving threats, and probably got better depth on the line as well, which was always a strength. So,
and off the left-hand side, they're the hole closed, but he managed to find one there. Big hit, but that is going to amount in a first down for EKM.
That's a hell of a hit.
Let's have another look at that. So number 12 in motion. We just see that the running back for EKM, there was a hole that he thought was going to be there. Nope, cuts back through, gets enough for a first down, but goes shoulder first in some contact, but it's going to be enough for an EKM first down.
Yeah, counter run, guard kick out, tackle, sickle, pull, hell of a play.
Crab is number 10. QB keeper again. And it looks to me like EKM are going to have another one, and they just keep on fighting. Another first down here for the Mavericks.
This run game is really starting to racket it up a notch. Real creative from the offensive coordinator. We've had a GT counter variation. We had the jet power read. This quarterback, he can seriously run down the hill. So Wembley need to sort of stock up a little bit here, and Burley boys need to make more plays up front.
I mean, this is the thing with this Mavs offense. You know, over 1,000 yards rushing. But there's no one standing out. There's no Aaron Greenish just dominating it. But then I think that's key to what we're seeing here.
Thompson throws it out to the outside. There's a lot of space. That's going to be another East Kent first down. And they're just stacking them up now.
Yeah, I love that versus the O's, that little swing pass to the running back. First time we've really seen it targeted today, if I'm correct. He's just done a great job winning one-on-one versus his matchup. Quicker to the flat than the linebacker.
It does seem as though number 10, Benjamin Crabb, is cooking today, or at least in this drive anyway.
Hell of a play. He's having a really good day today. Really, really good day. Oh, Gazer's annoying.
Okay, I'm just encroaching now upon the red zone of the Wembley Stallions. Thompson looking to throw it, looking deep. And that was certainly close.
Here we go again. They're targeting deep in between the hashes, targeting that safety, giving him some eye candy otherwise with the concept. But yeah, Let's see what happens here on the replay.
Right. Is it wrong? Let me ask you a question. If I
Shoot.
make some sort of fish-related joke because they've got crab and gill.
Go for it, mate.
Yeah. I'll think of one. I'll think of one. Circle back. Lock in.
Yeah. I've heard next year they're hiring Coach Ian Carpenter, Coach Carp.
So here we go. Second down here for EKM. Looking for another quick strike out there. Just throwing it over the head of his receiver.
Oh, would you hear that over the middle again? Yeah, great play by the Wembley defence. They seem to have fixed up to it a little bit. They understand that East Kent are targeting in between those hashes with those routes, posts, etc. So they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job here. But it's now 3rd and 10. Here's the money down as we speak. Let's see if number 10 is going to get involved as well at the backfield. So we've got 2x2 spread, back offset to the in the gun, offset to the. Oh, we've got a motion across. So 3x1, ISO to the field. Change the play. I'm expecting a deep shot to 0.
So unable to get it done there.
Well, it wasn't a deep shot, but it was a slant. Probably had, he just won his leverage at the point of the line of scrimmage and just got inside, but he's dropped it. A bit of a low pass as well, it was on the knees. It wasn't really a very well executed play from EKM, and I think they'll be disappointed in that.
Well,
But
it looks
yet
as
again,
though that EKM are going to be bringing out their field goal unit despite missing it last time.
Yep, I think they really need to get some points out of this, EKM. They're doing really well. They're pushing the ball down the field, they're moving it quite nicely, quite easily, both run and pass, but haven't got any points from it. I think they'll be disappointed in that, obviously. Are they punting?
They are punting. Trying to pin Wembley back deep. I mean, I guess we are.
Fake it, surely, from here.
Well, we've got to see. Be nice. 4th and 10 here.
Oh, there's Coffin corner in it.
No, unable to pin them back deep like they had done previously.
So, if I believe correctly, I think that's gone out for a touchback.
I believe it did as well, yeah.
So, in that sense, they've actually only gained 8 yards from that. If you're going to coffin corner it, I think you need to have a bit more help. Maybe put another gunner over there, etc. Just have a bit more of a unit trying to stop that one ball. Because if that gunner gets pressed and he's not there when the ball rolls, which is as we just saw, it's going to roll out and you're only going to gain 8 yards. So in that sense, I'm not sure. I think that's a bit of a wasted play by EKM. Wembley are very lucky at the moment to be where we are in terms of the scoreboard.
So Wembley coming back. Maris, can you give me that again? Maris? So 4:26 left in this game. EKM have got a big run here. This could be going. Oh, I mean, there was definitely some space there for Greenwich, but he's going to be brought down after a massive gain for Wembley.
Always helps when your first down run goes 25 yards up the gut. However, I will say EKM are very lucky almost that he didn't get tackled, because both of those little grabs at the back of the neck would have been horse collars, in my opinion, and it just added even further to the run. But Wembley have got themselves out of territory, a bit of a momentum flip. Hopefully, for their sake, they can get over the line, get over into the EKM half. But EKM have been bend at break and have done very, very well at it. Barring that touchdown drive, I think their defence has been really solid.
I mean, with just one play there, Wembley are starting to merge down the field there. And a big hit on the QB, despite not having the ball.
I'll say this game is getting very, very physical. If you're not a guy who goes to the gym, I don't think this one's for you today.
What about if you commentate? Do I have to go to the gym to commentate?
Okay, you're fine.
Get it. For me, it's whenever these games are played, in summer and it's hot. I mean, I don't know about you, like playing in winter, I can stay nice, cool, calm and collected. I can have that mentality, but in the summer, I hate it.
Honestly, I'm a little minx almost, like a moody teen when the heat gets to me and I'm playing in pads. Thank God I'm tired.
So second and I'm going to say 3 here for the Stallions. It's going to be another run play. It's not going to have the legs to get to the first down.
See, personally, from my perspective as a play caller here, if I see second, free, this is probably the time we take the shot, rather than the first and 10s that Wembley have been taking on recently. Just because, you know, if you get incomplete pass where it's still third and medium, and they only actually got to the line of scrimmage. So if you see now, when they're in that I formation, you know, EKM are selling out for the run. Personally, I would have maybe called the shot then, at this point, with some maybe over post action over the top to occupy that free safety, as that seems to be EKM's back end shell. But let's see what happens here on the third down.
So it'll be another run play. Definitely got enough for a first down.
Yep, first down, blocked up really nicely. Free safety coming over to make the play. Anytime a free safety has to make a tackle, you know the offensive line has done their job. Really nice play, but 96 coming off. One big guy comes off, another big guy comes on. This is what you call proper football, teams with actual rosters. I really like this.
I mean, from what I get there, Raheem trapped Jackson on the tackle there for EKM. I mean, it's always good when you see these running backs have this momentum, just a surge of momentum. I mean, I can't even comprehend it, but that's because I played centre. That they can just be stopped, and it's always an impressive feat. And Trap Jackson there bringing the boom for EKM.
I form.
Another run this time. Going more over to the left.
He's done really well. He's been very patient there, 39, Adam Maitland. You know, things have been filled up, and he's just sort of sat behind there waiting for the pile to move a little bit, and then just cut up and got himself 3 or 4 yards. In that situation, that's kind of what you want. This game, very much at the moment, I would say, being fought in the tackle box in those A's and B gaps. You know, everyone sort of really has to front up. Linebackers have to fill hard. I'm expecting a play-action shot at some point, but it's whether Wembley, you know, get into a position where that's an advantageous thing rather than putting themselves in a third and long.
So 2nd and 7 here for the Stallions. Less than 5 minutes to go. We do know that's going to be another run play. This time EKM sniffed this one out fairly quickly. I maybe think just no yards at all there. Flags come in late.
That's on 4. That is definitely on 4. You can all see. Oh, Ian, I love you, but mate, that wasn't the smartest play. 1:07 on the clock. We're going to see what happens here, but I think it is now take a shot time. Have Wembley taken a timeout, Tebbs?
No, I don't believe
they haven't.
I don't believe either team have taken a timeout. I imagine we were probably doing something. I didn't see the 2-minute warning.
Neither did I. So maybe you, I, and SJ can get sponsored by Specsavers, and we can take a trip at the end of the week.
I did see the 2-minute warning.
Huh?
I did see the 2-minute warning.
Why didn't you say anything?
Huh? I did say it.
When?
I might not say that out loud actually, so.
Thanks, mate.
God's sake.
DepthChartSports. DepthChartSports.
The key word in there is depth, is actually death.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were the deaf one, not me. And Tebbs, to be fair.
Huh?
I said that's Shut up.
Stealing my jokes.
Leave me alone.
Copy of my flow.
So I mean that's going to be very, very damaging for the Stallions.
It's against Wembley.
Looks to be. Well, Wembley have moved back. That's all I'm saying. Well, you know, it definitely is on Wembley. There's the down marker.
I don't know what that was for. Wow.
Kieran, do you know what was that for? Okay.
Either way, it's very, very silly. I thought that was on my mate Ian, but it wasn't. So silly by Wembley. You can't do that. You can't do that. You're in decent territory now. You're all the way backed up. Coach Smart's probably going to have to take a shot. If he does take a shot and it goes wrong, you know, EKM are liable to score on a pick 6. So
I mean, we have seen an interception already today.
Yeah, agreed. The passing game for Wembley just hasn't been there all day. It's been a day for running the ball, which makes this situation quite advantageous to EKM, really. Particularly you talk about the clock, how far they got to go. You don't score 1 minute left, you know, running the ball, ISO leads all day.
Well, it looks to me like that's probably going to be a timeout called. Kieran, that at the end of the half, isn't it? Surely not.
Very KG affair this first half.
Have they called? Is it a half?
I don't.
Okay, thank you, man.
No timeout.
Yeah, I thought so.
Very confusing the way everyone's taking the lids off, I have to say.
Yeah, it's very. It looks like
Yeah.
like because the referees are gathered in the middle of the field. Normally that signals to me
What do you reckon
half
they're drawing?
time.
What do you reckon the refs are drawing right now?
Imagine if they got like Norton crosses.
This picture there.
Again, baffle.info is where you want to go for to become a referee. I will say also some consideration for on September 21st at Tisley Park in Abingdon. Bridge Kickers United Kicking Punt Factory and the UK Kicking Camp is coming to Oxford. They're going to have players who've punted and kicked in the NFL, in the NCAA coming to Oxford for a kicking camp. As far as I'm concerned, I've seen some Uniball teams that have lost games by single digits because they don't have a kicker. And if you're in the south, southwest, hell, even if you're in the north, I mean, that's where you will want to go. So head over to United Kicking or Bridge Kickers Instagram page for more information.
Yeah, then we've got I formation here. I think we can expect run. Oh my God, he's passed it.
Let's have a look here. No, there was no space there. That was way overhead. So 4th down now for the Stallions.
Yeah, I think we've gone play action and a fly on the outside. Personally, I love Igor. He's not a speedster like that. He's a very good possession receiver. In and out his breaks quite fast. I don't think he's a man to utilise in that sense as a line-up as an X and try and get a step on the corner. But now EKM, they're in a really interesting position. You're punting up the hill to these two very, very good returners, great athletes. And with what, 3 timeouts left for EKM as well?
Yep.
What, about a minute on the clock?
I would say probably like a minute.
Just over a minute?
3, yeah, with all 3 timeouts.
It's an interesting one. We could go into the half all tied up. Hell of a game.
I think based on what we saw 2 weeks ago, this EKM team.
Oh no, that's not good. Kicker's knee was down. EKM are going to take over in great field position.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, that is a mistake that is very, very... I've seen it a few times this year, but that knee was down. That ball was in his hands, and EKM are going to take over.
Just looking here at the replay, Wembley seem a little bit all over the place, if I'm honest with you. Why? You're experienced players, shouldn't be doing that. EKM, great chance to get back into this. You know, if you couldn't ask for a better momentum flip, I would say going into the half and 1 minute left, 3 timeouts on the 30. Great opportunity to score here.
I mean, it's as big of a mistake as you can make. Like EKM, despite the fact that they have missed a field goal, it wouldn't surprise me if, even if they manage to get a few yards here, EKM walking away with some points in this first half. I mean, I'm not saying it's a certainty, but it's a lot more likely than it was about 30 seconds ago.
We've seen East Kent multiple times start within the Wembley half now.
That's a great play. Oh. That's a great play, and that has got to be a flag.
Nothing, no yellow laundry coming out there.
Just got away with that one.
They've got away with that one.
But it looked as though in trying to get to the quarterback, he just managed to serendipitously get his fingers on that ball and knock it away from the receiver.
Yeah, and he's a very experienced player. Getting your hands out, we know EKM, when the quarterback's looking to the side, he's going to get that running back on a swing screen, try and get the ball out quickly, make some plays, make a play with the ball in your hands.
So 2nd down here for EKM. Once again, same play. There's definitely some space there. Looks to be enough for a 1st down and a bit more for EKM, but I imagine we're going to see a timeout called by the Mavericks, and we certainly are.
Yeah, sorry to be a dick, Tebs. Not quite the same play. We've got a smoke screen out on the outside rather than a swing screen, rather than a swing to Ben grab. But EKM doing what they do, right? Get the ball into the people's hands and let them.
I'm streaming no Brunel games now. None, nothing. This is why I sit in the booth and not be a head coach, because I think I might be the worst head coach in history.
I think you could be a phenomenal head coach.
Mate, you've not seen me tank Madden franchises.
You've got to tank first to win.
I mean, that's weird, because I tank and then I keep tanking.
Oh, right.
So fresh set of downs here for EKM. Very much encroaching on Wembley here. Through the air, to the outside.
Yeah, so we've got a little smash variant to the boundary side there, just a little high-low on the corner. Pretty decent coverage, a bit of a timing route. That ball needs to probably be in a slightly better spot for the receiver, number 11, Joel Hughes, but decent defence, 2nd and 10, still momentum, all on EKM side.
So it looks like they are going to have an injured player, which normally means they're going to burn a timeout. Only 40 seconds remaining in the half.
think it's a big boy down as well. So here we go. You're going to have a backup O-lineman go in, or he's going to have to go hobble on board. If I'm Wembley defensive lineman or DC, I'm licking my lips here. Probably got a really good opportunity to get a good pass rush off versus a guy who's probably had his first reps, doesn't really know how to set versus this defensive lineman, and an opportunity to make a play. However, EKM are very much predicated on quick game, 3-step drop, ball out. So let's see what the battle of the coordinators here from a schematic point of view too.
You know, days like today, I really wish I knew what the whistle patterns from the referees meant. But to me, it just looks like everyone's setting up. Well, it looks like it was told to get everyone back in place. Wembley do not look like they're set up. I think East Kent probably could have taken advantage of that if they just set up themselves a little bit quicker. But a second down now for the Mavericks. Looking to put some points on the board before half time. And brought down to the ground. Exactly the opposite of what East Kent needed.
It's like I know what I'm talking about, mate. O-lineman off, new pass rush. Here we go, on the replay. New lineman in.
Gets the ball.
He loses the
Round the
one-on-one
outside.
battle. Bosh.
And just two Stallions there getting through to the quarterback of the Mavericks.
Yep, meeting in the middle, trying to make mince out of that quarterback. The EKM still, you know, they haven't lost that many yardage. They've got great little players on the outside. Well, not little at all, are they really? And they can win those one-on-one matchups. So I'll be looking for probably a deep over out or a post or a go ball or fly on the outside from EKM here.
So James, I've got a question for you here. So if this
Sure.
goes for 4th down, what
Yes.
are you doing? As a head coach, what would you be doing? Would you be saying, let's go for a field goal, or would
Am
you
I
be
right?
saying, let's go for 7?
It depends how far out we go. How far out we are. Yeah, I don't know what was happening that day in Bournemouth, but I think I just went for everything that was in 4th down. I was like, yeah, screw it, why not?
I don't remember that game.
What happened?
Nothing.
Made history, mate.
Huh? So 3rd down, and I'm going to say 13 for EKM.
Spread 2 by 2. Little play action fake.
Through the air.
I think he's got that.
No. Just overshot it. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, he is so good at football, that kid. He is so good at football. Field goal block. Wembley just got away with it again. EKM must be shooting themselves in the foot. They've been in this low red zone in the 30, last 3 drive maybe, I think at this point.
It's about 4th time now they've been in the red zone and
Just not coming away with anything. EKM must be, we're going mental.
Well, it looks, they're certainly going for it here.
We're going for
Joel
a field goal.
Hughes to attempt a field goal.
I think that's a 41-yarder, if I'm correct.
I mean, rare. Have they iced him? They have iced him!
I love this sport.
Absolutely
I
amazing.
absolutely love this sport. Icing the kicker. That just beautiful.
It's Rick, but we've iced a kicker going for a 41-yarder. This is like, who was that bloke at the Jags? Little. Drills one from 70 yards. This is basically our version of that happening right now in front of our eyes. And that is why I'll once again say there is a kicking camp at Tisley Park in Oxford on September 21st by Bridge Kickers and United Kicking and the Punt Factory. Josh Lambo from the Jacksonville Jaguars will be there teaching.
Is he still at the Jags?
Not anymore, no. But he did. I mean, he did kick.
Did a bit of kicking for a while.
He did do a bit of kicking on. He will be there. I mean, again, just how many football teams and evil players. If you have a good kicker, that may actually win you some games. If you didn't know, that's what happens with football. So here we go now. Hughes to kick it from what we think is the 41.
Big kick, this one. Big moment in the game. That's a great kick.
And that is good.
Right, EKM are on the board now. Hell of a kick.
I mean this. I'm genuinely surprised.
I knew he had a leg.
I know I probably shouldn't be, but it's just.
It's Joel Hughes, mate.
It seems.
It's what he does.
It seems so
does.
rare. Let's have another look at that straight through.
Oh mate, that was good from 50. That is one of the best connections with foot I've seen in a long time in a football game.
Because could we see Joel here get every point for the Mavericks again?
Well, so far he's on the track. But unfortunately, it's not many points. I don't think they'll be celebrating that at this point. But
so it's going to be definitely under 30 seconds here for Wembley. You know, they've got 2 timeouts. If they choose to do anything.
No, I think the smart. I think the smart
you know,
play here is, unless you get a kick return over the 50, the smart play here is just to chill and just take it into half time and basically count your lucky stars that you're winning. At this point, if I'm honest with you, Wembley have got very lucky. EKM should be winning this football game. They've been the better side. They've moved the ball more fluently. They just haven't taken opportunities.
Steph, he is going to take that ball and he's going to go with it.
Yeah, he's a great player,
A
Steph.
couple of weeks ago where he took 101-yard touchdowns to the house.
He's an incredible footballer. He won't be playing in this country very long.
And that ball is great spin on it.
There we go.
Here we go. He's got a lane. I lied. He hasn't got a lane.
Oh,
He's just been wrapped up.
Corralled by the Mavericks.
I thought he was going to bounce outside, but I didn't see the backside coming. Yeah, look.
14 seconds remaining.
No, don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid.
I mean, the Mavericks are not making this easy for them. So,
No.
like I said, I would just get into half-time.
Yeah, I'll get into half time, reset, rejig, speak to your coaches, go over your schematics, talk about what's worked, what hasn't worked, what do you need to do for the second half, maybe script your first 5-10 as an OC, and as a DC, think through what you want to do. I think they are taking a knee in there, they're called it
So that
for
is
half
going to
time.
be, I mean, this has been a lot more even than I think a lot more people
not getting the
thought.
shootout that I was after.
Well, I think you are getting a shootout, but it's just a lot more conservative and a lot closer. I think EKM coming out here defensively surprising people. If I'm the Wembley Stallions, despite the fact that I'm winning, I'm quite disappointed with my performance. And I don't know if they're going to take that particularly well, but as it stands right now, they've only got a 4-point lead.
Yeah, brilliant stuff in terms of the actual football game.
Wembley are going to get the ball after the half, though. So
Well, they just need to move. I think they just need to understand who they are.
Yeah.
And get that ball in Aaron Greenwich's hands and just let him run riot. We've not seen maybe as much misdirection as I thought we would, with the maybe fake end arounds and fake jets, etc. But when Wembley have ran the ball with Green and they've got in that 2-back set, or even the 1-back set where they bunch in the inside zone type stuff, they've had real success. The passing game I love Ted, he's a dear friend of mine, just hasn't been there today so far. I've had a pick, I don't think we've had maybe more than 2 or 3 completions. So EKM on the back end are doing a great job, and their linebackers, as you saw towards the end of the half, are really flowing nicely. 4, 8 and 52, so you've got Daniel, Bidge and Ian. They're doing a great job flowing to the football and making plays. So EKM have got the momentum despite the scoreline, but hey, scoreline's a scoreline.
SJ, come into the frame here.
Come into the
Come into the
what have
frame.
we got here? We're just going to go with this one.
What do you think of this game so far?
It's been tighter than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a tight game, but I thought it would be tight in the sense of this is high scoring at half time. Like I said, we've seen the Mavs come back multiple times. I think right now, just looking at the body language of 2 teams straight as the whistle went, Wembley's heads have dropped a little bit. This is a team right now that it's not going the way it normally does for them.
No.
The Mavs, I think they'll be going into this very keen. It's there. We've just got to finish the drives.
It is very strange when you see this sort of juxtaposition of who should be happy, but I mean, given just how much Wembley have dominated teams this season. I mean, I spoke to head coach Warren Smart of the Wembley Stallions, and he said, East Kent are one of the best teams in the south, and exactly right, they wouldn't be here if they wouldn't. And this is proving why both of these teams are in the Southern Division 1 Championship.
They're 2 Premiership level football teams. I don't care what anyone says. These are 2 great sides. They've got big rosters, they've got full coaching staff, they've got good facilities. They're Prem level football clubs. I'm gutted almost that you can't actually send both of them up, because I think it made the Premier a much better watch with these guys. But hey, only one can go, and that's the most the most difficult part of that Division 1 to Prem side of things is not getting to the Prem's the hardest bit.
Yeah.
I don't think staying there is, because we found over the years, if you think back the last 3 or 4 years, right, there's always been at least one side that has bottomed out and had a really bad summer with retirees or people leaving of that sense.
But for me anyway, like the Hertfordshire Cheetahs, who the winner of this game will face, I think they've I still think they've got a great sort of nucleus and a great sort of program in
Yes,
order to get
agree,
people
100%.
up to that level. Like I don't think that they're let's say that they lose the game to either Wembley or East Kent. I can't see them hanging around in Division 1 that long. But I mean, whoever loses this game, much in the same way as it is for basically every other sport, they are going to be the front runners to come up from,
100%.
from the D1 South.
100%. If you look at like if the Cheetahs did go down, for example, right, they have a great academy. They have young people. They have universities in their vicinity. Brunel's close by. We've sent people there. Hertfordshire Hurricanes, they're a good uni ball program. They send people there. You know, I think the example for me would be if you look at the Olympians when they went down that first year post-COVID, and everyone said, "Oh, the Olympians are going to go back to back and lose it." They haven't. They've got really good players from SLR. They picked up a lot of people from uni ball and the surrounding areas and kids who live in that local area, and now they're one of those top Division 1 teams who'll probably be fighting again next year. Yeah, so relegation isn't always the worst thing.
I mean, I completely agree with that, especially like I know uni ball sort of where I'm looking at it, but like teams like for example this year in Hull and Coventry, well, I'd say argue less so Hull, more so Coventry. It's not that bad of a deal to go down when you've been sort of on the fringe. Like Coventry had wins last year, and you look back over the last few years, they went winless the year prior and still stayed up because of the national Premiership pull-up. They've been doing better.
So I think that's we spoke a lot about university players in these games. You know, all the alumni, all the ones that are still in university.
Agreed.
Just how big of an impact is a team's success built on those the academy program and bringing in these university players? You see time and time again, the ones that are making the biggest difference are those ones that are coming through university.
Mate, I think it's everything. I think it's 85 to 90% of your recruitment strategy.
I do think that, especially with some people in British American football who I've spoken to, they don't value uni ball as highly as they should. As far as I'm concerned, like I discovered my passion for American football at university, and now look at all of this stuff on the table and live streaming this and commentating the ELF and things like that. If it wasn't for the Lincoln Colonials, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be a bum. I don't know what I'd be doing. But you know, as it stands right now, I think uni ball, not just for passion, but I mean for playing ability as well. I mean, that's what I like about uni ball, is because you don't know. You could literally be watching a star in the making who could go on to change the entire sport. Is it rare? You know, in Britball, yeah, it is rare, but that's what makes it even better.
It's still the entry point for most people who play the sport. It always has been. I think it always will be. If you look at like the junior game, because unfortunately, because of the way the junior game is in this country, and it's only 9-a-side, a lot of these kids struggle when they get to adult football because it's 11-a-side, and they're not, maybe a quarterback hasn't learned how to read certain stuff. He's never dealt with a full pocket or anything of that ilk, right? You know, and the running backs, they tend to just run outside or just lead plays, so they don't really know how to read things. But uni ball, you straight away, you're in 11-a-side. Most of the teams actually, I think there's a more stable structure. I think there's more coaches because a lot of the senior ball, elder vets go back to coach at uni ball.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys are playing. People at my age, obviously I'm not, but most people at my age I know who are coaches at Brunel, for example, are players in the summer, right? And at senior ball, they can't be coaches because they're still playing.
Well, I think that's a big thing. If you look at these two teams, I think both teams have maybe got 5 or 6 coaches. Just from looking right now, I think 5 or 6 coaches on their sidelines. You know, if we compare that to university, you know, not to plug us too much, but we've got over 10 plus coaches at ours. You know, there's all the big programs.
Well, I mean,
all the programs all the way from the top.
Everyone does. You look at people like Bournemouth. You look at Oxford.
You look at the year the Reading Knights went up. Like Rob Smith, he managed to accrue so many coaches, and you know they managed to make it all the way to the Southern D2 final. Did lose to Bath, but I mean the impact of having multiple coaches is so vast. But I do understand, like, don't get me wrong, there are some places where it is difficult to get coaches. Let's be
of course.
let's be honest.
You're in the arse end of nowhere.
Aberystwyth, but I mean they still manage. To be fair, I say that like Aberystwyth haven't been half decent over the last few years. And like being in one game away from actually being promoted, so I don't actually know what I'm talking about in terms of Aberystwyth.
I think we're just talking about coaches. We talk about the East Kent Mavericks. I think something that's gone unnoticed for a lot of people is the massive changes that club went through at the start of the season.
Yes.
We saw a change in head coach. We saw a change in offensive coordinator. We saw DC step up to head coach. if anything, the fact that they've made it this far and actually gone better than last season is an incredible achievement, because there's a lot of clubs that would sink as soon as that happens. Is it in the season?
Is it Amika, his head coach at the moment?
Yes, he's on holiday right now.
Mate,
so
he's
probably having a good holiday, mate.
Oh, mate,
also, we do have a score update from the Northern Division 1 Championship game. Both of those teams are already promoted. That is Scunthorpe and Merseyside. As it stands right now, Merseyside lead 7-0.
I'll just go talk about Amika for a moment. Big V, as I know, one of the best people in the game. Puts players first. He's a real character, but he's just a good human being. He's done an incredible job at EKM. He took over Kent Falcons this year, and they won their division and really pushed Bournemouth close in the D1 South. Kent Falcons, in my opinion, one of my favourites to go up next year. I've got them, Birmingham, and Bournemouth.
Go up?
Oh, mate,
where?
Go up to Prem.
Who?
Kent Falcons, D1.
Don't know about that.
I think that.
Welcome to the Uniball run.
Right, I don't know
I'll
about
tell you
that.
It's them, Bournemouth, and Birmingham. They're the three.
But they're not just your division.
I don't know.
They're the three, mate. If you win the division, you're one of the best teams to go up. I don't see anything else. Anyone else is pushing a chance.
Basically, we're not going to start from the southwest. What we did, but I put just the grades for Uniball that I do every year are coming out soon. I need to still do Division 1 Southeast and Div 2. I'm struggling with Div 2 Southeast. I really am.
Don't know enough.
I think Brighton moving to that division, they're not getting. I don't think they're getting relegated, but it depends. It's usually
That D1. What the one with the? Are you talking about D1 here?
Yes.
So you said Brooks, Lancers, Hurricanes,
No.
Lions.
KCL, UCL.
KCL, UCF, Kingston, Brighton, and then who's the other one? UEA?
No, you have been
No.
No. No, UCL.
Kent.
Kingston.
It's Kent.
Kent.
It's Kent. It's the divisional
Kent will
winners
win, and one of the London programmes will bottom out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Well, from Div 2.
No, from Div 1. Who's like? Oh, from Southeast 2, I've got QMBL all the way from there.
D1 Southeast. There's so much. But it's the thing like when there's turnover in staff, right?
Yes.
It's either going to be boom or bust, because especially people who looked at Brunel, and I spoke to a couple of people at Bafka, and they said, "Oh, didn't know when you took over what it was going to be." For us, obviously, respectfully, it boomed. But for some programs, if you get a new head coach and you lose a bunch of coaching staff, most of the time it's going to bottom it out.
Well, this
You're
is
really unsure about
But this is
what's happening.
You're completely correct, Will. And when it comes to like the Premiership, we know that Boa's left the Leeds Griffins. However, for some reason, I'm still going. I think Leeds have got a good chance of winning that Premiership div. But then I think NTU. I think NTU are coming back this year. I've got a feeling that NTU are coming back.
I think particularly in Uniball, I've seen it. I can't remember who was it that said it to me. It might actually have been you, James. Every club has got about 3 core people that are key to the success of that club and key to the survivability of that club.
Definitely. I need more water.
Like I said, I was talking about Uniball here. We're at senior game, but Bo leaving is a huge. That's a huge figure in that club leaving. But everyone is still very much a fan of them.
Beckett, Leeds Griffins. Yeah, but please, I'm parched. Hello. Sorry.
Can one of you get us just a water bottle?
Just some water, please.
We're dying. Oh, Esther, you could just hold. Honestly.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God for that. Thanks. Thank you, Maris.
Thank God you're not a father yet. Apologies, we are live. So it's like it's so hot, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely crush that water.
Yeah, we've not left our makeshift tent.
No, it's one of the things where normally at half time we will
go for a walk.
We will have a break, but we've just been too busy talking about.
I don't mind to have a little break, but I think for me, I'm going to go to the toilet in a moment, I have to say.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with you in just a little bit. I'd imagine there's probably about
5 minutes.
5 minutes left, but we're gonna have a break. So we'll catch you back. Scoreline as it stands: the Wembley Stallions have 7. East Kent have only got 3. Wembley will receive the ball after the half. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. That was a short little break because we were speaking far too much. But, I mean, let's be honest, right now, it's anyone's ball game. And for me, I think momentum is more so on the side here of the East Kent Mavericks.
Yeah, look, Wembley have had half time to regroup, regather, and try and come back out a bit more of a fire. So we'll see what happens.
So, as a head coach, do you believe in the, you know, the sort of? I think it's a bit of a fallacy there, the half-time adjustment. Actually, we're going to keep it going as. I mean, great from East Kent there. That's going to be down inside the 10. Yeah, what's your thoughts on the? What's your thoughts on half-time adjustments? Is it a real thing, or should it be you adjust when you need to adjust?
I think if you wait for half-time, I think that's foolish because there's always time to be taking advantage of things, right? You should be, as a coaching staff, looking at having a quick chat after every drive and just going, okay, we'll see this is a check, let's take advantage of like this. But half-time is obviously an elongated break and you get more of a chance. So, yes, I believe you should be using half-time for adjustments.
To be fair, let me rephrase that. It's not the term half-time adjustment. For me, it's we're a second-half team. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Mental thing rather than physical, let's be honest.
Yeah, but still. But I never played for half, so that's going to go to Greenish around the outside. There's definitely some space. Oh, left outside. He is going. He is going. He is gone. Let's keep him going. This is going all the way. Wembley starting off. There's some pace from number 3. Can he catch him? No, he cannot. Touchdown, Wembley.
He's done it again. Game after game, he's done that for 70-yard plus drives.
What were we saying about half-time momentum and flipping it and all of that stuff? Look at this. Oh, well, brilliantly through the hole, inside zone. 13 can't get there, and he's just, once he gets that space, Green's off, mate. Freeze had a really good run, to be fair, and nearly got him. I think another 10 yards, and Green was slowing down a little bit, not thinking to see him behind him. But best start Wembley could ask for, really.
So I'm just going to say something to my producers here. So, Maris, I managed to get your one, get your angle, and then swap it to Kieran, so it looks really good. No, that's not a problem at all. I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Field goal, PAT. Hopefully this goes up for Wembley's sake, and it is. So 14-3. Heck of a start for the half for Wembley. Let's see what EKM respond.
I mean, game turned on its head immediately there. Both you and Ashley have said, you know, Greenwich is going to do this at some point today. They managed to rattle it off in the first play of the second half.
Yeah, it's now about can EKM respond. I think anyone who thinks EKM is going to sit here and, you know, take this and lie down, blah blah blah, fools. Wembley sideline very hyped. We can hear from our point of view, but reality is EKM have also got that one-play touchdown ability, right? With the amount of playmakers they've got on the offensive side of the ball and their kick return guys. So it'll be very interesting to see EKM respond. I hope for their sake they do, because you know it'll make this second half a corker of a game.
So I mean, it really is a case of now. We were talking about how Wembley were going to respond to EKM being able to drive the field, kick that field. Well, to be fair, not actually drive the field from that miscue on the punt from Wembley, which is, you know, really what led to the 3 points.
So EKM.
For EKM, but I mean, if you're EKM, you're happy going into the half. You come out immediately disappointed.
Yeah.
I felt like as much as they can, some of the air has been taken out of the balloon.
100%.
And made a very, very squirty farting noise for EKM.
This is a momentum sport. A lot of it is mental. Man. And, well, if EKM take this kick return back 50, 60 yards or do something really special with it, or have a big offensive play in that first few plays, the momentum flips once again. So we'll see what happens here.
We had some of the Wembley Stallions players come up to us during the half-time break and saying, this isn't normally how our games go. Sorry for being so disappointing. I mean, first play there, nothing disappointing about that.
Just say it's all right. Green will sort it out.
And we have a little reverse to 12.
Oh, and it's Wembley. Oh, I thought Wembley sniffed that out. There's definitely some great dodging ability going on there, but just caught up there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the reverse. But if you watch the replay, I think that was a bit too quick for me. You know, I don't think they're given the idea of the reverse, right, is a misdirection. You want that front line or the runners coming down to
flag on the play.
To run in the wrong direction. But because they've done it so quick, they've actually given Wembley plenty of time to redirect and gather in hauls and flies to the ball and make a tackle, which is exactly what they've done.
So that flag is going to be waved off. So no penalty yardage for either squad. As much as they do have to play Hearts, it is a shame that, you know, one of these teams won't be going to play either Merseyside or Scunthorpe.
Oh, 100%.
You know, like that game would be absolutely spectacular. I mean, I'm really happy for Scunthorpe. I think they've been another team who've been doing basically everything right, and I'm happy they've got a chance in the Prem. Merseyside going back up, but we're not talking about that because we're here at a ranch in Wembley. Can East Kent get something going? We'll find out right now. So it's going to be a run play to the left-hand side, but brought down there. Not going to have him much. I think
we've got a flag though. We've got a flag from the back. We have a flag.
I'm glad you saw that.
It's all right. Eyes are still 20/20. Hopefully. Haven't had an eye test in a while. It is very windy. Apologies for the audio. What's happened here? First down. I've seen signalled. I think it may have been a horse collar tackle. I'm not sure exactly what the signal was, but I did see him get yanked from the back. So again, Wembley have a habit at the moment of shooting themselves in the foot,
I think
particularly
you're
on the
right,
defence.
because we can see just how far that referee has walked. That's a 15-yarder.
Yep. 3-by-1, ISO. Big sick one over with number 20 yet again. Looks like cover 1 to me.
Yes, going to be a pass play here from East Kent. Looking through the middle. Oh, great catch by 12.
I'll tell you what, they're going to go back to that matchup because they've got a linebacker number 10 matched up on number 12, and this is where the problem becomes for Wembley. All right, when you're putting this linebacker out in the box, here you go, number 10. Whoopee.
Apparently our replay is saying that we are in Bucks Park in Coventry. I can promise you we're not.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't travel that far. Yeah, here we go, number 11 and number 10 as well now.
We run play to the left hand side. Going to maybe be just a gain of 1, lots of horizontal run in there.
That's really well flowed from Wembley's defence there. But yeah, again, I think I think they should go back to the well with that ball, those balls over the middle. Linebacker matched on one of these speedy slot receivers, number 11, number 12, and they'll probably get a fair bit of success from that.
So when you're recruiting for either a receiver or running back, what are the key intangibles that you yourself are looking for?
I'd definitely say toughness, 100%. You know, we have a... Oh, hello.
Right there, they've got to be happy with that if you are Wembley.
That's a hell of a play. But going back to that, I think toughness for me, I think we always talk about finishing +2 in this country where, you know, quarterbacks aren't going to push it downfield 40 yards all the time.
Rush, number 11 on the tackle.
Very nice. Came downfield and a bit of help from the inside. Really, really well done. 3rd and 10.
Just a loss of 1, so I mean that immediate burst from EK on that big pass. Now Wembley doing a great job solidifying their position. QB having a dance around the pocket. He's being pursued, just gets that out, and it is caught. What a ball that was!
I think that's the first down.
We're going to have to
Or was
have
that
a
a
look
bit
at
shy?
Just look at the speed that the Wembley DBs have just fly to that ball.
Oh, QB's taken about the quarterback down, unfortunately.
that. So Medic's out.
Oh, he's taken a hit.
I'm trying to work out if that is a first. It is going to be a first down for EKM, but
He's on his feet.
He's on his feet. Thank God for that. We don't want the quarterback going down. It would, make the game a bit less respectable. From a neutral point of view, you don't want that at all. Hey, EKM coming right back at it.
Obviously, other Barber's twin.
New receivers in.
So Joe Thompson, number 15, having to just have a seat on the EKM sideline. But I mean, what a play!
They brought in a new quarterback for a play. Here we go.
Matthew Barber Street, number 5, getting that big catch, and now his brother is in at quarterback. As Robin Barber Street is going to hand it off, and Wembley just surround them there. Let's see if there's going to be a tackle for loss for the Mavericks.
That's really nice. So it's really nice run defence from Wembley. You know, realising the backup quarterback's in, it's probably not going to be a shot of any sort, and just fly into the run. Good little bit of surf technique on the backside as well from the backside defensive end. Really nice play.
So I mean, lucky for EKM there. They're not going to have a loss of yardage on the play, but Thompson, number 15, is going to be back in for EKM. Bringing 12 across.
I think they're going to go run left.
There's going to be a QB looking for an absolute spiral. I mean, he was looking for number 11, but overshot him by quite a fair distance.
And we're back to the well of throwing that deep post over route. I'm not sure if it's the wisest idea at the moment versus Steph, number 2 at free safety. Usually you're throwing those deep over, you know, those middle of the field throws versus, you know, middle of the field open coverages, which are too high. But at the minute they've got the Steph not biting on the eye candy, so they play it much better than he was earlier in the game. There's a lot of shouting.
I was about to say, lots of shouting from this Wembley sideline. The coach speakers there, nice and close. Takes the hand off, looking over the left-hand side. There's definitely some space, but once again, overshooting.
How many times have we seen that stage? Just a bit too far down the field.
But it's difficult because he's throwing off his back foot. That pass rush is phenomenal. They're beating their men. They're getting to the ball, getting to the quarterback, and it's difficult to throw the ball downfield when a guy's in your face. At the end of the day, that is just difficult. That's why people recruit at defensive lines. That's why you teach pass rush. That's why
I've already cut to it a few times.
You make your defense, you know, both the front end and the back end. It's not just coverage.
So back to receive here. The punt is coming the way of the Wembley Stallions.
Motion across from the gunner.
I mean, really, if there's any time to break out a fake, it's probably today.
Decent starting position here. All right.
I will say there's definitely some good control on the punts, considering that, you know, we've had a play start on the 6, we've had multiple touchbacks.
So what's interesting there is one of the returns for Wembley, James Turner, is in fact actually the backup quarterback.
He's a great athlete.
Gosh, that's a tricky situation to find yourself in.
He's a great athlete. So when Wembley bring him on in the 3rd and 4th quarter in these blowouts, he's scored multiple touchdowns on that read option, and they do quite a lot of plays with him as a wildcat quarterback. And it's a great idea. A little bit of bunch.
Widen out, George.
And a shift. Bunch and a shift to bunch left. He's got a lane.
Swallowed up there. He's giving up some yardage. I mean, that's a fair gain of 6 on the play there, at least from my eyes anyway.
Yeah, so we've got Wembley shifting from bunch one side to bunch the other, see what they can get into, maybe get a man over on the side that they want to run the ball to.
We do have a Stallion down. Hot down, you go and get those. So in this scenario, I'm just saying, I'm not having to go at anyone. Someone should be there with the water. There is, don't worry. Any break, you get the water. You give those
Nobody
officials.
wants any water.
You give those officials some water as well. That's how you get the points. That's how you get the points. Brownie points, not actual points.
In a game like today, where it's only 11 points in it, and both East Kent have that one playability to take down to the house, you never know whether subconsciously maybe a referee will be a bit nicer to you if you're giving him water all day.
I'll tell you what, if you want players to give you water, Bafra.info is where you want to go to become a referee, help out our referees. We always need more referees in British American football. Bafra.info is where you need to go to be able to don. I mean, did you think they'd be all those white stripes, white and black? No? Okay, don't worry.
Well, you do find you get a lot of coaches and players saying I could do better than that. So now's the opportunity.
Do
now's the opportunity to do it.
Do it and get paid for it. So 2nd and 3. Drop back, fires it out to our inside, but right there, and they're going to have absolutely nothing.
No, brilliant play. Little flat route from the big man.
Trap Jackson, their number. He's made some big tackles for the Mavericks today. I believe did they sub him out? No, they didn't sub him out. Yeah, but I mean, great play there. 3rd and 3 now for the Stallions.
Greenish coming into the game, so I think we can expect to run at this point. Just being told what he's doing. Yeah, do that, mate. There you go. In the gun. Expecting inside zone of some sort.
I mean, he had a big one earlier, and that's resulted in some points. Going through these, think he's going to have enough for a first? Oh, I think he's going to be short, at least potentially short anyway.
By the side judge standing, it looks like it is short.
I'm not really sure.
I'm just going by the side judge from
Far side, obviously.
on the East Kent Mavericks side of the field, and until I.
They sound a bit mad, but I'd go for it here.
I mean, from what we can hear, it may potentially. Well, the referees are having a conversation in regards to the spot. We may. Are we going to see a? We're going to see a measurement. Are we going to see a measurement, ladies and gentlemen? Oh! If they're saying that it's third and on it, then that's third and like.
Just go under centre and get it across the line. I mean, you can't go backwards. You know, just sneak it over the line, get your first down. And move drive.
No, they're bringing it out to measure it.
It's coming out to measure.
Widen it out for me, Kieran. Let's see him walk the field. I tell you what, we get everything today.
Is this a DepthChartSports first? Have we seen this before?
This is what I call Brit Ball heritage, right? You've got the old men walking out the chains.
We're getting zoom in on that.
Do you know what?
Up the zebras.
Get the camera right in there.
Do you know what I think is? How is it that in like it's 2025 only now the NFL have brought in the electric lines?
Yeah.
You know. And ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go crazy when they announce what it is. And it's gonna be a first down for the Stallions. And I feel sorry for the people with the down mark because they're going to go back over there. I'm sure they're about to be berated. How could you? You've held it slightly too far across.
Yeah, you've ruined it. You've ruined it for me. My £250 subs I'm paying and all of this rubbish. Relax, fellas, relax. Everyone's amateur. Let's have a good game.
I will say though, Wembley have always done a great job when it comes to their game day crew. I've never seen any issues with them.
Warren's ex-military. That's why he runs it like that. It's brilliant. That was a good thing, by the way. I love the military.
So number 25 in at running back now for Wembley. Drop back, throws. Oh, fakes it, goes to the right hand side.
Throw it away.
Has to get it away there. I mean, smart call. We obviously, I mean, what are you always here for? Late hit out of bounds.
It's fine. This is football. Like, it's a tough game. I don't understand why people get upset when the quarterback gets hit as he's throwing the ball. What do you want them to do? Put their hands up in the air and say, "Oh, you're all right, mate." Like, get over it. It's football.
It's the classic. You need to pick them up and rock them to sleep. Put the pillow down.
Grow up. If you want to do that, go play table tennis or something. It's a contact sport. Let them be physical.
Mate, can you not talk about table tennis? DepthChartSports table tennis is launching in
Coming soon.
Jesus.
And you won't be invited to commentate. How bad you feel about?
All right. I'll be careful.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Stallions. Run up the middle, number 33 for East Kent was right there to make the tackle.
We'll see if we get into it now.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of afters.
That was Marnham.
Nothing huge, nothing huge. It's only just a rolling into a pancake, maybe just after the whistle. He probably didn't, started the movement before the whistle went. Hey, look, 3rd and 10, and obviously Wembley are going to go. The quarterback signalling something in, so I know what he's signalling. They're going to throw the ball.
Yeah. I tell you what, I do feel for this place. It's a warm day today there. Wembley's Gatorade buckets, I imagine, are running low. Someone's going to have to go and top those up because it is hot.
Oh, it's hot, mate.
Thankfully, we're in the
might be too hot.
we're in the put together DCS shed.
Don't diss the shed.
Don't diss the shed. So it's obviously going to be a pass. There's a free run. Oh!
You've got to blow that dead earlier. That's not on him. That is not on number 8. I don't care what anyone says. That's on the referees. That's very, very poor.
He's not happy with that.
He's not happy. He's lost it. But I think.
I mean, I don't agree with Coach Smart there.
Oh yeah, I think you got to blow. I think it's on the refs.
I agree with you there. 8 had a full head of steam.
If you're going to blow the play dead, blow it dead. Don't wait a second. Unfortunately, that's probably the only referee mistake I've seen on this so far.
Well, this is it. If you think you can do better, well, you retire from this Brunel nonsense. Back for
I
the info.
I'm praising them. They've done brilliantly. At the end of the day, you're allowed to make mistakes. Relax yourselves, honestly. You sit there and
It's starting to sound
scream at the
more
refs.
We've got Roy Keane on commentary.
Don't sit there and scream at the
That's
referee
his
for
job.
something. Let them. If they're going to make a mistake, they made a mistake. They're human beings. They're going to learn from it. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Let it lie.
The 3rd and 10 now, so
But the thing is, you wouldn't berate a player if you dropped the ball in the first quarter. You wouldn't sit there giving him rubbish till the end of the game, would you?
you say that, but I once got benched for an entire season because I said something, and the head coach heard it, and it wasn't very pleasant about the other team's quarterback. Yeah. But also, I wasn't very good. That could have been it as well.
Maybe.
So 3rd and 10 here for the Stallions. They've had a lot of time to think about this play. They're going to need something big. Watts rolling. Watts has got some space.
Here we go. See Ted use his legs out for the first time.
And it seems to be, anyway from mine, that these last few plays, both of these teams, stop calling for the flags.
Yeah, here we see the rollout.
You win by getting the ball in the end zone. You don't win by how many yellow flags you don't produce.
I like Ted. I think he's a great character. He's a very sneaky runner, but I'm not sure on 3rd and 10 that was the move. If you look downfield, I think he actually had one coming a little bit open. Now, it wouldn't have been the easiest throw, but I think that would have been the preferential option rather than trying to take on 4 guys for 10 yards when you're not an elite athlete.
So 4th and 5, I'm going to say, for this punt attempt for the Stallions. You know, it's almost getting to the point now where you can bring the adage in that it's changing from just
It's a much better
team
snap than the
versus
last
team.
one.
Not a great punt, kicked into the wind. To be fair, nope. Actually, I'm going to tell a lie. That punt was good enough. It's sort of becoming a triple threat now, where it's East Kent versus Wembley versus the clock.
Agreed.
Especially with the amount of run plays that both of these teams are producing.
I'm not sure if you can hear, but
I was about to
Wembley staff are going in at the moment. Anyway,
so I apologise. You can definitely hear that, ladies and gentlemen. We will apologise for the swearing that you hear. That is not us. That is.
have I ever told you about the geopolitical tensions in 1100s Mongolia?
You know what I will say though, is this is probably, I've been at Wembley since 2017, 2016. This is probably the biggest crowd I've seen from both teams. I mean, the amount of people that come out for the Mavs today is unreal.
It's great to see.
So first down, 3 KP. That's the left hand side.
Have you ever seen that screen game kind of
Swallowed up there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a good first move there from the receiver, but I mean, from that point onwards, it was just a sea of navy jerseys and a fairly big loss. I think, depending on where the side just lines up, he's going back.
Back to.
Yeah, he still prefers not.
Still, yeah, I mean, it's a screen, but the motion man coming in to crack the corner just whiffed a little bit, and then the alley defenders is cleaned up as well, and then linebackers flowed over.
So 2nd and 12 as James almost gets killed by the shed.
That's okay. I'm all right, Mum.
So pass through the middle. What a grab that was! 5 is coming up the side. He's going to be dragged out of bounds. Flag on the play. We're going to need to see it again.
There's all sorts going on. The shed's collapsing. There's a massive play. There's flags on the floor. It's all chaos. Here we go. Little play action. Over route. Bang. Hell of a grab from Barber Street, and he's just gone down the sideline. Nice tackle at the end to finish it off, but there's a flag. I think it would be for receiver holding if it is called. I'm not entirely sure if it was a hold. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I just think he was more physical than the defender. But hey, let's see what's happened. Great play from Ike, and it just proves to everyone that this game is a game of momentum, and one play can flip it completely, because all of a sudden you see the sideline for EKM get a bit amped up, and the players' body language changing all of a sudden.
So the chains aren't set yet. I mean, they need to watch out for that. There we go. Gonna be another pass. Just back dribbling that one off the floor.
Yeah, so I've noticed on this our left, so the Wembley's left as well, is sort of our corner over here. Backup receivers are in, so we got 14, quite a large human being actually, probably a big X type, and then 82 seems to be more of a fullback playing on the slot type. So I imagine the quarterback is going to throw the other way where he's got his two starters over at.
Well, this is number 14. Balogun is listed as a tight end.
He's a big human being.
Yeah, he certainly is. A 10 run, but oh, great from Wembley there.
It's that man again, 44, Fidel. What a play, what a play. Interior lineman, but with elite quickness. And you just see it here, lined up at the... Lined up at nose.
That's Swaby at nose.
Is it 44?
Have a look at this.
Oh, is it Swaby? I got it wrong,
Down
my
to the
apologies.
ground. 3rd and 12 now for EKM.
Fidel's 94.
I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure we just saw 94 Fidel just give the Jazz hands before this.
Pumps it once, throwing long. Arbor Street has got it! What are they going to call that? They saying that's good? They certainly are.
That's a hell of a play. There's the go ball down the sideline. And again, as we spoke about, EKM have this deep shot, one play ability. Spread look. Little play action fake screen into a slot fade up the sideline. Hell of a play. Tracks the ball beautifully.
Grab that.
Beautiful, beautiful football.
Looks like he's taken till like the 3rd downs here to really get something going for EKM here. But I mean, you know, they are certainly encroaching here.
What we'll say
29-yard line.
if EKM can score here, get the 7 points, I'd be starting to get a bit worried about Wembley.
So QB keeper up the middle. There's definitely some space. He's going to have at least 8 on that.
Oh, but he's down. But is he?
No, he's back onto his feet.
He's all right. He's just a little bit of a knock.
I mean, there's some strange comments here from the Wembley sideline. He's the QB. He's apparently getting had to go out by the Wembley sideline for backing out of contact. He is the quarterback. They are allowed to do that.
People are so tribal.
That's almost how they teach. That's almost how they teach.
3-by-1, sick one on the left-hand side to the field. I imagine that's where the ball is going to go. Or if that's where I'd put it anyway.
Pass in. Pumps it. It is brought down.
That is great coverage. That is really good coverage versus the slant flat concept. Just watching on the replay. So we've got a little watching the box here. Nice little rush. Beats him on the second move.
Get it.
Oh, beats him on the second move and gets there. I saw it with my own eyes. You have to believe me, fellas. Beats him with the second move and just gets past him. Yeah, so great coverage on the back end covering that stuff. The slant flat concept, and here we are.
So
number 65 there, and this is again one of those players who's been with this club for many a year. One of the very few still here from when they were last in the final in 2017 in Division 2.
I mean, that 7 yards there of that big run play from Thompson is wiped off the board, but they are going to have a 3rd and 9. On a second, he gets it off.
Oh! No pick.
There's no pick there. There was no pick. I mean, you could try and chance it there, but there was absolutely nothing. Absolutely
good
nothing.
Attempt there from Steph to make it seem like it didn't hit the ground.
It's like when they're doing baseball, isn't it? You've got to frame it, you know. On one day. So it's 4th and 9. There looks to be no personnel change here from EKM.
I think they're going for it, mate. I think they're going for it. Coach Smart instructing his DBs to check the sticks and realise where they're playing from, so don't play too far underneath. Give yourself a little wiggle room. You know, they're probably going to do some sort of deep curl or hitch or something of that ilk.
So Wembley, you can see that they're all stood over here with bated breath. Thompson drops back. He's going to take it himself. There's definitely some space for Thompson.
I think he's going to get there.
He's going to get there. He's going to have enough for a first down. And I mean, if you're Wembley, you've got to be really, really unhappy that that first down comes the way that it did. But I mean, a great recognition there from Thompson, though.
It's brilliant. So if you just watch
We said this
here,
at the start of the game, the Mavericks are not going to roll over and take this.
it's just a little bit of ill discipline in terms of the pocket. The pocket is as a unit of 4 there. Maybe Wembley needs to put one of his LBs on as a spy in this lot of sort of high red zone part of the field where Jared Thompson is obviously a massive running threat, escaping the pocket.
So fresh set of downs here for EKM. I feel like this drive has gone on for so long as well. Once again, looking for the pass. Just only been able to get one hand to it there. I'm sure that EKM, no matter what happens, win or lose this game, they're going to be looking at their production on first and second down, and I imagine they're going to be fairly disappointed.
Yeah, I think they would be, but I think because they're so explosive in terms of their players and their ability and these great deep shots, but just hasn't came off for them on the earlier downs. They're bread and butter really, and they've put themselves in difficult positions.
So 2nd and 10 here for EKM. It's going to be right in the middle. And even though, I don't know about that. He didn't have to pick him up. Flags come flying in. Can't say that I'm surprised.
I'm not sure if the flag is on Wembley or EKM because there was a bit of pushing after. You've obviously had the big dump tackle.
Well, if this is on Wembley, this is going to be a crucial call because this might put this puts the Mavs maybe on the 5.
Yeah.
A half distance at this point, right? No?
I think it would be. Well, I guess it depends what the penalty is, I suppose.
Not sure what they're going to call.
So let's have a look here to our white hat referee. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Wembley!
Ooh, that is a huge one.
That is. This could be exceptionally damaging here for the Stallions.
Yeah, oh mate, squeaky bum time here, I'll be honest, yeah.
As our referee's going to take a quick stroll.
7.5 yards to the goal line.
So fresh set of downs here from the penalty. 12 in motion across. QB keeper. He's going to be brought down.
Well defended by Wembley. Squeezing up the gaps, making sure that they're squeezing down on the edge. I think that's Bunu. Number 40 playing that really nicely, being aggressive at the point of attack. Good call from EKM as well. A little bit of motion, +1 QB power. Good football.
Only going to have a single yard on it though, but I mean, 2nd down for EKM. I mean, obviously their best chance here of actually getting a touchdown today.
All right, passing play, QB signal out to the right.
Gill in motion for EKM. Evolution up there, fires it, and that is.
Wow!
And I mean, that came across.
What a play!
Let's have another look at that interception for EKM.
So here we
Sorry,
go.
for Stallions,
So
sorry.
the old Panther double slant concept. Number 12 wins his matchup beautifully. Carries it. It's not a football move, so it's not a fumble. So it's a clean interception in that sense. If he had another foot or step or two, you say maybe that's a catch and then a fumble, but and knocked out. But clean interception, Wembley ball. Only thing I would say is I probably wouldn't have run that out the end zone. I would have taken a knee because now you're on the 5.
Yes, yeah, not. I mean, you had a touchdown, you had pick 6 dreams But now you're on your own 5. But I mean, let's be honest, we have seen Wembley drive the field already
100%,
today.
100%. There can't be much left of this third quarter either, to be
No,
fair.
I can't imagine that there is. I wouldn't be surprised if we get 1 or 2 run plays here, but it feels like that East Kent drive lasted so long. Number 97 there tried to trip him up. It's like that is how you will draw a penalty, so I wouldn't.
It's just silly nonsense. It doesn't need to be done. It's a bit of inside zone to the bunch, 3-by-1. It's clever schematics because you know you're introducing DBs into the run fit who probably don't want to do a lot of tackling. You're getting extra hats on the linebackers as well, and extra hats at the point of attack. So I really like this closed bunch look.
I mean, if I'm EKM, the air has been driven out of my lungs.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
That drive lasted a long time. It was a struggle. You had a very fortuitous penalty go your way. And I think that is probably going to be the end. It certainly is.
Oh, you can see all four, the hands in the air, the fours for the Wembley Stallions. Fourth quarter, all of that stuff.
Why do people do that?
Pause up, pause up.
Ingrained into the brains of anyone who has played at the Stallions or watched them in the last 10 plus circa years. Disappointingly, they're now going down the other end, which is slightly annoying, I have to say. And
Look, see if our second
and that's where I imagine the action will be as well, because EKM will obviously be the ones forcing the ball going down that way. So
I will say, thankfully, because of that second camera, George, I'm talking to you, we got a great shot at that interception. So
was brilliant.
I'm happy with it.
Coach Smart having a long conversation with his quarterback and number 17. I think that's wide receiver 1.
Well, this is it. Both these teams never been in the Premiership, and both of you two can sort of you can feel that. You know what that's like to be right on the edge of promotion. I mean, and you're going into the fourth quarter with the lead. How's that feel? How did it feel for you two?
It was nerve-wracking.
Different, wasn't it? I guess it was 7-6.
Yeah,
It was even tighter than this. It was very nerve-wracking. And for us, I think that particular game was just a case of we just messed up at the last moment.
I suppose that's the interesting thing with how the leagues are now, is that winning this game doesn't send you up.
no.
It just puts you into that final.
Oh,
So there's space around the other side. Oh, great evasion there. That brought down enough for a Wembley first down.
Yeah, so he's pressed the hole and then bounced it. I imagine the young man, Aaron Green, will be having a lot of carries in the next circa 12 minutes to try and finish this game off for them.
George, I'm just going to let you know something. You can't walk through their player box. So if you do want to go down there, you've got to walk around. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So fresh set of downs here for Wembley there. They're 1 quarter away from knowing that they've got to face the Hertfordshire Cheetahs for a spot in the Premiership. And going to be another run play, bouncing round to the right hand side, but the Mavericks swarm. Flags flying in there.
That's a helmet off. There's all sorts of stuff. He's kicking it away.
Kicking his helmet. I mean,
I'm not sure. I didn't see the Archie Bargy.
I didn't see any Archibald. Any handbags?
Don't think so. I think it's a lot of it's the heat as well. People just getting frustrated. It has been a very hot and long day if you're in pads, I have to say.
Yeah.
Because I think we've avoided most of the sun being in our tent.
Yeah. Shed.
Oh, well, the outside of my left calf is just going to be red.
Just one bit of tan on the calves.
Yeah, it's going to look like a lobster on part lobster on turning into what's his face from Squidward. Mr. Krabs, that's the one.
He was not a lobster though, is he? He's Mr. Krabs.
Krabs, lobster. He's not a lobster, he's a crab.
So can we give a little shout out to our production team today? I think one man up on a tower, just an umbrella.
No. Yeah, just listen to Maris. Yeah, I mean, we'll give him a shout out at the end of the game. Don't tell me what to do.
Apologies, Chris.
Don't use the government, mate.
It's boss to you. Not sure what's happening.
No, we'll do. Like we've managed to get a good
First down.
Wembley, I believe I've just seen.
What's the penalty on that one in the end?
I don't know, but I saw a lid off. A very frustrated man.
We are marching a good 15 yards there.
The thing everyone's got to remember here, if you're watching this game, is every first down is about another 2 minutes approximately off the clock for Wembley. So it's very advantageous for them. Another 2 or 3 first downs. We're talking fourth quarter's nearly done, and then EKM are in serious trouble because it is a 2-score game, ladies and gentlemen. It is not a 1-score game. It is 2.
As a head coach, how stressful is time management really? Like, because it seems very stressful. Like, even just commentating games where I've seen time be managed exceptionally poorly.
Yeah.
But is it something that's easy to forget about?
It's very frustrating when you lose timeouts to stupid things like too many people on the field for punt return if you're doing, especially if you have a specialist unit on that, and it can be stressful. I think that's something that, as a first-year head coach, quite frankly, I wasn't very good at, and it's just one of those things that comes with experience, I think, over time.
When you have the uniform timeouts, you have to lose 2 timeouts. Having a bad uniform, so that's going to be another run play here.
Oh, he got hit.
He certainly did. So, 1st and 15 for Wembley there. I think they're going to be able to bring that down to a 1st and the 2nd and 12.
Yeah, you saw the old I formation. I think you're going to see basically exclusively I formation for the next this Wembley drive and next Wembley drive if they have a 3rd one, depending upon how long this all takes. But I formation. Keep it in the A's and B's, maybe a bit of misdirection, but nothing silly. Just run the clock down and just get as many first downs as you can.
So another run play there.
That is brilliantly played by 52. Patiently sat, waited, read, didn't bite on the misdirection with the initial fake to the literal fake handoff to the fullback. And they just filled the hole as and when necessary. As a double teams, they haven't really come off of double teams at that point.
Calando is one of those defenders for EKM that has been decent in the tackle and been a name that has been called out today. So can't say I'm surprised much, but Wembley having this drive that feels like it's a bit of a clock burner.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
But I mean, who knows? They could be dialing up something crazy here on 3rd down. Or they might be actually here. Pass out.
It's a first down.
That might not be enough though.
Oh,
I don't know if that's going to be a first down. I'm going to have to wait for the referee's signal.
It looks like
it is.
That is a first down by not much.
That's huge. That's huge. And do you know what? Ted hasn't had the greatest of games today, the old Pterodactyl Rex, but Red Rocket, whatever you want to call him. But he's rolled out the pocket here, found his open receiver downfield, fired it in. Great play from Fabio Gamma, number 1, to come back to the football. And take it in for the first down. Brilliant football, brilliant football.
I mean, exactly the opposite of what East Kent need here. They need some more time, they need some time to work, but just how many times have they been in scoring position today?
100%. Bend, don't break.
So Ted's going to take it himself, go out of bounds, brought down here. Wembley, I mean, people need to stop complaining. I agree with James about this. I swear every time that someone is near out of bounds and they are genuinely tackled but they just go out of bounds, it's
Grow up.
It's that and people going way when a poor server drops a plate in a Wetherspoons. Those are 2 certainties in life.
It's the staples of Britball. Not a big fan of that keeping that ball from there, Ted. He's gone back a yard or 2 and he's gone out of bounds as well, so the clock will have stopped. A bunch left. I think he's going to run some sort of read option.
I mean, just pushing and pushing, but
it's great defence. Look, EKM, they've learnt their lesson on that inside zone stuff out of the bunch formation. It seems to be a tendency now. You have that close 3-by-1 bunch, bringing extra people in the box. The linebackers are seeing that and just going, yep, straight away, we'll take that. Maybe a little bit of a pop pass, some sort of play action offer it would be useful for them, but it depends upon how EKM play it and if they're in a situation where they can do that.
So there's a fair few games happening, so I can give you an update on one of them. There's promotion relegation games in Division 2 to Division 1. As it stands right now, the Leicester Panthers are heading up and the Birmingham Bulls are going down as it's 27-8 to the Leicester Panthers.
It's been a bit season to forget really for Birmingham Bulls, isn't it?
It
It was alright good last year, and this year all the wheels just seem to have come off.
So Ted scrambling here. He's evasion there, number 8 for EKM. I'm not about to do this to you, but I need to watch that back a little bit, I think, because he was right there. I mean, luckily
Bidge is not going to be happy with himself there.
Luckily Ted didn't manage to gain much more yardage on that, but
Yeah, he scrolled out the pot, he just tripped over the air. That's nothing. But
Wants to go in.
again, but for me, it's a second play in a row. The quarterback has just run out of bounds and stopped the clock, right?
yeah, not ideal.
So, you know, you've wasted another 80 seconds potentially of football, and you're giving the EKM more time. I would have probably, you know, in that situation, he should have maybe stayed behind the line of scrimmage and give his receivers a little bit of time to find something for him.
Mavs have really got to get someone back on this play.
They certainly have to. They need a big return. I thought he was going to fake it there, but he rolls out.
Good punt.
That is going to roll out just in front of us.
That's good punt. Just outside at the 18-yard line. You know, now EKM have a 82-yard field because the Ranch La Posa is one of the only 100-yard fields in the country.
Yards,
Actual yards, not IFAF. Very nice. The Scottish referee in his lovely accent. 8.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. 11 points behind. EKM, what have you got?
And I mean, it's not one of those things where this game is over. I mean, it's not a whole host of points to get here, but EKM have just been stopped at the door, it seems, with every opportunity they've had. I mean, let's be honest, they didn't miss that field goal early on in this game. This game would be, I'd argue, this drive would be a squeaky bum time drive, but they need just a little bit more. They need 2 scores here to EKM.
Yeah, it's been the story of the season for the Wembley Stallions defence is a bend, don't break mentality. We've seen it on display 4 or 5 times already in the red zone in this game.
Thompson throws into the middle.
That is an amazing play from number 2, Steph, knocking the ball out. One thing I will say from Wembley, his point of view, is maybe get someone else to play in the slot rather than a linebacker. They're in a 4-3 front. So here we go.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah. Slant route for 0. Great player, just a really nice hit. 3 by 1 here.
Moving around across, EKM. Bit of a high snap. Hand off up the middle there, there's certainly some space.
Has he got the legs for a first down?
They keep on pushing, whistle's not blown. That's going to be a first down for the Mavericks.
There's a handful. Okay, no.
I mean, personally, I'd love to see stuff like that.
I think that's a great play from EKM. Another little counter run. Motion across going the opposite way. You get the linebackers maybe take a full step or 2 to go the wrong direction, and then you pull both the guard and the tackle.
Obviously, you don't want to be stopped. You don't want to be having this clock running if you're EKM. Bit of a low snap there. Another handoff. Again, another just sort of getting behind their running back. I think that's going to be a stick splitter and going to have a gain of 5.
Look, it's 5 yards on a first down. In the usual circumstances, you go, all right, probably the offense won. But if I'm Wembley here, I'm going, hang on a minute. I've had another play off the clock. They haven't really got anywhere. Yeah, they're close to a first down, but it's just more time off the clock for not really a large gain. EKM need more yards per play here. Play action, bomb. Great play by number 11. You know, the exciting Whites DB core strikes again. Really sticky coverage. Maybe the ball wasn't in the exact spot the receiver wanted it, but you know, great defensive back play. Now we got to a 3rd and 5. Signals going out from the quarterback to the receivers over on this side, 0 and 12. We're obviously in 4th down territory here, I'd say.
Yeah. You need to preserve as much time as you can if you're East Kent, but I mean, that's going to be enough for a first down. Not going to be able to get it out to the outside.
They've got to get that ball moving because the time is running out.
Hey, look, as SJ's just said, right? First down, but if you're Wembley, if you're the Wembley head coach, are you really that fussed? Probably not.
He came and got a player down, so I'll have some catharsis here. And I will say we do have another update that the Oxford Saints
Yes.
are up 21-0 against the Berkshire Renegades. So as it stands right now, the Saints will be making a return to Division 1 next year.
That's always. That's,
Instant return.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's good to see. They're a well-run football club, good academy. They'll do well. Hopefully
Right,
they keep that nucleus and they go somewhere.
It's really interesting to kind of see where these teams in Division 1 that are going down now is the teams just going to free fall. Is that what we're going to see potentially with this game in a couple of weeks' time between whoever wins this match in Hertfordshire? I don't think so.
No, I don't think
relax.
so. But then you've got to look at a team like Somerset. You know, like you can't turn around and say, you know, like would Somerset struggle against, you know, Plymouth or Cornwall or you know wherever they find themselves. You know.
3-by-1.
Thompson looking to take off, but he's going to be surrounded. He's going to try and fall forward to gain something, but he's just going to lose 2 by the looks of things. As it stands right now, Hereford are beating Somerset, but Somerset have scored a touchdown, 17-7.
Interesting.
For the Stampede. Can't say the Revolution now.
Revolution.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. I'm just really interested on that. The Northern Championship game between Scunthorpe and Merseyside. Big up Scunthorpe.
Big up Scunthorpe. There you go.
So 11 in motion. Oh, beautifully done.
What a play.
I mean, that was some.
Have you ever been to Scunthorpe?
I actually haven't been to Scunthorpe. No.
So you're telling me you've been to Southampton, but you've never been to Scunthorpe?
Yes, I have been to Southampton. I've never been to Scunthorpe.
All right, here we are on the replay. Relax 20 temper back there. Talking about Scunthorpe. So he had the motion across into 3-by-1. All right, into the screen, and the end's just. He's read that. Just really nice play.
Air time on that ball.
Oh, it's just a really nice play. Got his hands up, and if he batted it a little bit more, if he'd watched a bit more volleyball, he may have taken that pick 6.
Yes. So 3rd and 12 here for EKM.
That's EKP, right?
I was, mate. Yeah.
That's right, mate. Alphabet.
He's close enough. Oh, and
He's done it again! It's not him, it's his mate. But hey, Wembley are flying off the ball. This pass rush is something special. If we watch the replay now.
Be impressed.
Where's he came from? He's in a linebacker. I think he's looped around the C gap. Or has he gone straight through the B? Oh, he's just gone straight through the B and he's gone, yeah, all right, mate, take that. I'm not sure EKM offensive line have communicated there. The left guard should really have been speaking to his man. 4th and 12 though, Tubbs.
4th and 12 when they are going for it.
This is the big one. This is the big one.
Say that.
Yeah.
No, you never say you could beat a game unless it's like
Never too early with the Mavericks.
You mean never too late?
Too late.
That's the words.
Thompson looking for it. Oh,
Incomplete. Flag! Oh no! Oh, I'm not sure that's a flag.
Are we about to see a PI call on that?
if we are, this could be a game changer.
That is a game changer, but I don't think that was a...
Let's have another look.
Looking at the replay. So we had a 3-by-1, we have Joel Hughes up top on his own. Oh no, I lied, 2-by-2. I'm not sure. Have they got these like skinny posts? The refs are talking. Let's see what they're saying.
So are we going to hear this? This could be...
EKM seem to have walked downfield.
Huge call here.
And there is.
No.
They're going to call it DPI and a 4th and 12 is now a 1st and 10.
I am
for
not
the
sure
Mavericks.
about that. I'll be honest with you. Look, for the purposes of the game, it's a great idea.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
now we've got a bit more of a fun one.
For the purposes, you know, people always say, "Oh, I think the NFL's rigged. I think it's fixed." Well, here at DepthChartSports, We're rigging games.
We rig everything, mate.
Sorry, I've just noticed that SJ's got sunglasses tan.
Oh, mate.
Is it bad?
No.
Sunglasses.
Oh, did you not suntan
On your face.
Did you not suntan?
Yeah.
No, sorry, did you not do your face?
Yeah, you did. Oh, is that 50? I've been putting the 30 on.
Yeah,
So no one knows what we're talking about because they can't see.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I would cut back to us, but there's also a good game of football happening right now. Hand off 2-10. He's found a gap, but Wembley close it pretty quickly. But he's going to have a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, just a little bit of inside run, pulling guard or a tackle.
Bad, isn't it?
So yeah, I'm not sure about the play call there. I mean, you got nothing out of it, and you've wasted more clock. But yes, SJ does have the skin tone of Edward from Twilight, and he's got a massive now stain on his face from the sunglasses.
I'm one of those rare people that burns even during the uni ball season. It's,
Outstanding.
Quite a feat, to be fair.
I'm out here burning in December. That's crazy. So it's going to be a 2nd and 8 for EKM. They need something big here. Thompson's going to roll out the pocket, just throws it into the air.
He's got it. Oh!
I mean, that was certainly close.
Look, EKM, they've got players who can win one-on-one matchups. This is why we say EKM are never dead. And we're looking at the replay here. We've got 2x2 on the right hash. A little bit of a play action fake. Don't think that's killing anybody. And just ball downfield on the go ball on the outside and just out of reach.
I mean, given the amount of pressure he was under, I'm surprised that that throw wasn't a bit more wafted. Looks like we are going to have
Away.
maybe something going on with the placement of the ball.
Yeah, but one thing I will say is that defensive line seems to be putting off the timing every single time. And when you're in this sort of advantageous situation where you know it's pass first, they're doing their job.
It's a 3rd and 8 for EKM. They're getting to the point now where they need some magic. Can Thompson deliver the goods? There's space, and he's caught that. Are they going to be calling that in? They certainly are.
And these are the thing with the Mavericks, they've got players that can make that magic happen.
And I mean, and just as I said, Sparkle, David Blaine, eat your heart out. Magic has been made for EKM, but can they capitalise? They haven't done it. They're running the risk of being a lowercase team. No capitalisation. Unbelievable.
I think it's a 3x1 burst, 3x1 just a go ball to Saquon. Hell of a player, great target, and there's great play.
So right up the inside there. Sorry, I was looking at the outside there. So there's going to be some positive yards gained. That's going to be enough for another EKM first down.
Yeah, so we had that jet Q power read again. They love it. So that the way play works, you've got the jet sweep. The running back is opposite the way direction the jet is coming. It's opposite to the way direction of where the jet is coming, so he can lead block for the jet sweep. And then you have a pulling guard. Sickle pulls up the gap, and the quarterback's just reading that strong side end.
Kieran or Maris, what yard line is that on? If you can see.
I want to say 7.
So I'm being told that is on the 9. So
Here we go.
here we go. Thompson's got it. He's looking to throw, looking back corner, but
Nothing there.
I mean,
Nothing
overthrows
there.
it massively.
Nothing there. That Wembley pass rush is getting home. I know Rick's the DC. He will be calling all sorts of stunts and blitzes here, just to try and get a bit of pressure in his face and get the timing off, because they're going quick game, but you've got to get hands up with the defensive line as well. Try and do anything you can to interrupt the timing of this EKM offense. There's no one over 11. Oh, someone's gone out.
So 2nd down here. Thomas once again looking to throw, looking back corner. He's caught it, but it is no good. That's going to be out of bounds. It's very much game on the line, season on the line. They need to get some. Well, they need 7. More than they need 8.
They need to get a score here, and get that 2 point as well. So Wembley have got a little bit to play with, and they're in a fortunate position. EKM came to this point so many times and have not scored, so let's see what they can come up with in these next 2 plays. That's it.
Thomas moving his running back around. QB's got it himself, but he's caught. But he's being pushed forward here.
He's short, but he's got a good 5 or 6 to be fair to him.
So-
They called that little jet QB power read again.
Sorry, not Thomas Thompson. Looks to be that they're down at the 4.
This is it, isn't it? Here? This is.
I would argue, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd argue that, you know, I think you were premature earlier, but I think this is it. I think 4th and 4,
Yeah, blew you load a little bit.
or 4th and goal from the 4. You know, this is going to have to.
What do you call from here? What would you go for, Tebs? You've watched many a game at this point. Tush
I
push.
mean, well, no, I wouldn't do it from the 4.
Timeout.
We're going to have a timeout called by the Stallions.
Interesting. I just noticed number 6, Danny Carroll's in the backfield. He is not a running back. He's a tight end, big body. So maybe I think they were going to call QB power. With
I mean,
him
to be fair,
lead blocking.
it has worked. Thompson has been, you know,
Killing
he's got the size, and he's as much as you two may have the penetrative ability
Oh yeah.
to gain some yardage. If you put another big body behind him, 4 yards, but against, you know, a very, very tough D-line that has made some real problems today.
But at this point in the where you are, right? It's fourth and what, 3 yards to the goal line. You're not really worried about the D line because well you are obviously, but if you should be able to handle the defensive line, right? It's 5 versus 4. Get double teams at the point of attack. You're all right. You got that added man coming in, and all of a sudden you're +1 in the box. If I'm Wembley, I'm going cover 0 here, and I'm sending everything that opposites to where the back side of where the back is, because I want to cut that back down and make sure that he's not actually able to lead block up the gap so the linebacker can flow and fill the QB run.
This is when I really wish we had a board. We could draw on it.
Yeah.
Or am I like the British John Gruden, just with completely no way near the knowledge? Yeah, he's still in.
I think you might be right for that call, James.
Yeah, you got us. Yeah. So here we go.
What is it? No, they've only got 5 in the box. This is going to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
Going to take it himself.
He's got it.
Straight in. Touchdown
That is-
4.
That is a really shit call from, bad call from the defensive coordinator. You got to be better than that.
And I mean, that is just.
The question is here, are they going for 1 or are they going for 2?
They have to go for 2. They have to go 2. They have to go for 2. Have to go for 2. And as we've seen, the kicker can kick from 40 plus. So you know, any sort of decent yardage, East Kent have a really good chance.
So they're staying out there.
SOS? It may be SOS. If they don't add the extra man in the box, they haven't adjusted. They haven't adjusted. They're going to get 2.
Straight up again.
Same
There's
again.
space. There's space. Collision. And it is
And
good.
That is really poor. You've got to recognise that. You have got to recognise that.
Well, I mean, this is coming. Again, I said at the start of the game, the Mavericks did not want to have squeaky bum time in this game, and I think this is advanced. This is championship squeaky bum time. This is champion. I mean, I think that there's some players on both sides. I mean, they could squeeze a lump of coal and it'd be a diamond right now.
Look, it's great football. The advantage Wembley have is they have the rock, right? And we know they can grind out first downs with that I formation, power football. They're probably going to bring in, you know, start motioning receivers in and leading up the hole, get 2 people leading up the gap. It doesn't need to be pretty, but it just needs to get a few first downs and you've won the game, and that's all it is. And then if they do have to punt, make sure you're getting nice, clear distance on that. And on defence, just, you know, ensuring that we're not letting them into our half, because if you let them into your half as Wembley, then they're probably going to be able to get that field goal.
The thing is that the Mavericks absolutely fried in these situations multiple times over the last couple of years. They've been in this situation and it's gone in their favour, but let's see if they've got time to do it again.
I have to say, as a neutral, this is exactly what you want to watch.
Oh, 100%. I hope that there are people out there watching this game with an ice cold beverage on this hot day as they go onside.
Oh,
Bobbled,
it's
bobbled,
bobbled.
bobbled, 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 and
It's
EKM have got it!
Mavericks
EKM have
goal.
got it! Oh my God, can you believe this? This is going
Oh mate, this is unreal.
Let's have another look at this. EKM may have done something spectacular here.
Look at the replay. He's bobbled up. He hasn't taken it clean, and yeah, EKM had just got on the second mount to the ball. Maybe would have expected an onside if I was Wembley. I'm going to be very blunt with you, but look, it is what it is.
Oh.
EKM have got the ball back. They've got a real shot here. They've got a real shot. Number 6, Danny Carroll. Is he coming on? No, he's not. He's coming off.
I believe we still haven't had the 2-minute warning as well.
No, we haven't, which means I think EKM have plenty of time there. They're in decent field position. They've got good receivers. This could be heartbreak for Wembley on the cards.
I was going to say they were going to probably go for it onside, but I didn't think they'd do it, and I didn't think they'd convert it. But we're here right now, and I'm all for it.
Keith Howard, and he's giving it off this time for the first time this game.
Going to have, say, at least 5 there.
Yeah, good gain. Yeah, 4 or 5. He's just, he's got to the outside and got some yardage. God, it is a proper tight one, isn't it?
It
this
is,
one.
yeah.
This is a good game, mate.
You can really see EKM having the momentum here to, dribble out these yards, but get into field goal range. I mean, we've already seen Wembley attempt to ice the kicker all once there. We're going to see it again.
Definitely.
Didn't work last time.
No.
Mavs have got the players to do this, 100%.
So looking to throw this time. Caught.
Look, great play from the defensive back as well. Very solid, but this is a great play from the receiver.
Enough for a first down for the Mavericks.
Indeed.
We can just see to our left here. There's, I think they're just Wembley Stallions stuck in disbelief. Bit of going a bit quickly there. Thompson gets the ball, flag on the play.
I think Wembley have either burnt a timeout or there's something about the amount of players on the field.
White hat ref having a word. Full start on EKM. Still going to remain first down for them. They'll be starting 5 yards back. I mean, would you say that DPI call probably has changed the outlook of this game massively?
100%. But at the end of the day, right, you can't sit there and say that it was the ref's fault. You've plenty of chance for Wembley to have made plays.
Thompson's looking to the right hand side. He's throwing an absolute heater.
Just in and out of the hands of Barber Street on that far side. I mean,
that might be 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 15 for EKM.
that's it, at the halfway line, exactly the spot. So
Yeah,
they probably need, I'd say, 20 yards to get into field goal range.
Yeah, I'd say that's
So
fair.
range, maybe actually no, maybe even less, maybe 10, because that cat kick from Joel Hughes was a serious boot.
I mean, the screams of defence from the Wembley Stallions have got to be loud and piercing here. Thompson's got it again, looking to the left-hand side, gets it out to his receiver. There's some space there.
Out of bounds.
Not going to be enough for a first down, but I mean, that looks to be at least 9 yards.
Yeah, smart play call from the OC. Get the ball to your big guy who's got DB playing quite far off. Turn, run, get out of bounds. Make it third and manageable. You've got 2 downs here as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Like 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6, yeah, I'd say 3rd and 6. 3 by 1. We've got a run play.
Number 10's got it. There's some space. He's going to have some.
I just don't see the point in that play call. I think that's really silly. I don't see the advantage in that whatsoever. Maybe a quick screen or something of that ilk if you're getting quite a lot of cushion on the defensive backs. I think I would have gone back to the well with that 3x1 hitch, and you only got the access throw. But now you've turned it into what is essentially one play to win the game.
Yep.
Right?
And so far, we've seen the Mavs have this situation time and time again, and they've answered.
Oh, they come back.
But at some point,
They've got it.
is
They've got
gonna run
cojones.
out?
They've got serious cojones.
So to me, that's a 4th and 7.
It wouldn't surprise me if they've done it. It wouldn't surprise me if they've done it at all. A great receiver set. Quarterback seems to know what he knows what he's doing quite clearly. Very experienced, and the running back's also a pass catching threat.
But this is it. I mean, George, if you get a shot of the Wembley sideline for me, because if this goes Wembley's way, they're going to explode. That's a big ball.
Oh, and he's got it.
And he's caught it.
He's caught it.
Oh my God.
He's caught it.
Oh my God.
What a play. Jump ball, beats his man who came down and played press. I'm not sure why you're playing press in a 4th and 7 situation, but oh well.
I mean, this.
Look, if you see here, just that's him on the outside, gets a step.
You cannot play him in press. He's going to win that matchup all day, every day.
Wasn't the smartest idea, but here we go. EKM.
This has really turned on his head now.
Oh, this is all EKM. This is all EKM.
It's almost like exactly. This is EKM's game to lose now.
100%. Within field goal range, I got the shot.
Thompson throws it.
He's done it again.
Just out of bounds, just out of reach of the receiver. They're going to go back to that well. And I'll tell you, they're going to keep targeting that man. Just what a play that was, man. Like, what a play that was.
I mean, this is exactly the time you'd want to dial up a play like that.
100%. You see the replay here, 3x1, isolation. His eyes are only going one way. Now, the Wembley pass rush did get there, so let's see what happens now. Maybe some sort of rub routes if I'm the OC, maybe bring in some stacks or something, bunches, see what we can do.
So
I've noticed
2nd and 10 here for EKM. Throwing it again. Oh Lord, that is
There's nobody there.
no one there.
No one in the vicinity.
Now we are inside 2 minutes. When that ball hits the turf, the clock stops.
I wonder, it's lucky like what, 1 minute and a bit left? Can't be less than a minute left.
Have we got the 2 minutes?
Yeah, we had,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
we
we're-
had 2 minutes.
Yeah,
How many timeouts EKM got though?
I think they may have 2 remaining.
Yeah.
Is the question actually now, how many timeouts have Wembley got left?
I think they've got 2 as well, because they took 1.
Well, you got 1 to ice to kick off, don't you?
Yeah,
At this point.
and I think that's maybe what it comes down to, is we've now got a 3rd and 10.
Yeah. If it comes to that.
Thompson once again looking
He's
to
going for
throw.
it again.
DB's learnt his lesson. Sticky,
Yeah.
sticky, sticky, sticky. That was brilliant. He's just like gorilla tape there.
So this is, I know we've said it a few times here. You know, this is it.
The game is on the line.
This is
here.
it. This is the game.
This is the game.
No, this
Every
is,
4th down we've said it, I think. at
this
this
is
point.
it.
That's what happens, mate. It's brilliant foot. And what a brilliant game for it to come down to this, by the way. I have to say.
Yeah, Joel's made these kicks for the Falcons, for the Mavs over the last couple of years.
And we're looking at I'm not sure exactly how far out he is, but I want to say 30.
Question is, are we going to get a timeout?
Yeah, we definitely are. You're kidding. Game on the line. No time.
Oh,
out.
no.
It's wide! It's missed! It's wide!
Oh no way! And it looks like the Wembley Stallions will be going to Watford to face the Cheetahs.
Look,
And heartbreak for Hughes.
I'm absolutely gutted for that young man. He has played his heart out. He was brilliant in the playoffs in the 2 weeks ago. It's just a little bit right. It's just a little bit of a slice potentially. Football games should come down to these moments. And I
Yes.
think this has been maybe not the high scoreline that everyone was saying that you wanted the game to be and that we predicted before the game, but it has been the epitome of what I would call a great Brit ball classic almost. You know, just wide right there and gutting.
Got to feel for him there.
You have to. You have to.
And I mean, there's
The Wembley sideline going mental, as they should be. They're just going to kneel this out, I think, at this point and go from there. EKM don't have a timeouts. They're making a lot of noise, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to affect the game. Are Wembley running a play? No. They are running a play. All right. Maybe there's more time on the clock than we thought.
I thought it was I thought it was time for them to kneel it out.
Well, I'm not sure. Given that they've run a play, it seems that they're going to have to get a first down for this game to be done with.
I wouldn't want to give the ball back to EKM if I was Wembley. Jesus Christ.
So I mean, celebrations in Wembley, heartbreak for Hughes.
It's not over yet, I fear, for Wembley.
I guess it's the same. I mean, we've seen 2 missed field goals today, one in an absolutely crucial moment.
Yeah, but I hate the idea when people say, "Oh, it's the kicker's fault," or blah blah blah. But respectfully, EKM have had more than enough chances out the game to make this to make the
like,
plays.
for me, like at the end of the first half, Wembley decided to ice the kicker. I'm sure in Hughes' mind, he probably thought that was coming.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely say that played a part.
Have you tried to see at the end of the game who's had the ball more? Because it feels like it's been EKM. It feels like they've controlled the ball the most.
Which is really in contrast to what I would say our pre-match predictions or anyone who knows ball's predictions would have been, right? Because you would say EKM are, the pass-happy offense, spread, air raidy type guys, right? Whereas Wembley are we are going to go in 20 or 21 foot personnel and we're going to run the ball out of this I formation. Even when they go into like their 11 set and they're using that bunch stuff, it's still heavy run. But EKM probably have controlled the ball a little bit more. Unfortunately for EKM, just haven't taken their chances.
Every time they've got it.
Yeah, in the red zone. And I think it's testament to the old adage, right, that when you're installing an offence or when you're starting it out of the year, the first thing you go over is your red zone. The first thing, because you make a turnover end up in the red zone, your special teams end up in the red zone.
Shoot that sideline. Because there's probably going to be one more play and then we'll... But just get it on them immediately, just because they'll go, yeah, we've won. Unless there's like someone's called it, timeout. Someone's taking a timeout.
If this is it for EKM this year, what do you reckon about their chances next year?
Well, who in the south? Like South Wales are always. I'd argue at this point, South Wales are always a bit of a damaging team. Like they could really take it off anyone.
Solent.
Olympians.
Solent as well.
Yeah, Solent as well.
I think they're building something really special down there with Coach Dave Gibbs.
I think you're going to be able. You'll easy to say that these guys are going to be in the playoffs next year.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. That's for.
So apparently,
I don't think that's
Wembley
a question.
This is going to be the last
Barring
game
anything dramatic.
From what we know, from what we've seen.
Is this it? The last play here?
It seems that way. And later we will be having some interviews. We will be having some interviews afterwards when everything's said and done here for the Stallions.
Oh, mate. I've done a Kiwi sneak and it's all kicked off. EKM have just gone, screw, let me have some fun, and just blitzed the hell out of the centre for the kneel.
No flags though.
No, it's perfectly legal. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not. But does anyone really care? As long as no one gets into any fisticuffs, I don't really mind it. It's football.
And that is the ball game.
That's the ball game, and that is Wembley not promoted to the next round.
They are going to face Hertfordshire for a spot in the Premiership. The Wembley Stallions. Though I tell you what, the Stallions in that fourth quarter did not make it look easy.
Not at all. Not at all.
It does seem like there is still some scuffles afterwards.
No, there's no scuffles. There's no scuffles.
They're all hugging.
They're hugging.
They're all hugging.
They know each other, mate. They know each other. It's fine.
My eyes aren't as good.
Yeah, bad eyes, bad ears,
Nothing left.
bad skin.
Yeah, I am on you, mate. Yeah. That game definitely defied expectations as far as I'm concerned. Thinking it was going to be a high-scoring affair. Wembley, known for their high-scoring affairs this year, but that came down to the wire. And EKM, it's one of those games where it feels like it was a shame that someone had to lose.
Oh, 100%. It's disappointing for EKM because again they got really far and then they've lost to Wembley 2 years in a row. But what you have to say watching EKM is, but with all the turmoil they've had going on this year, all right, with the changes behind the scenes, the changes in the coaching staff, that would have rattled and probably collapsed a lot of football clubs. But they've been brilliant. They got all the way to this point and they've lost by 3 points. It's not like they got blown out or anything like that. They lost the game by 3 points, which they quite easily could have won.
But when you consider just how much Wembley were dominating this year, I mean, I think it was 356 points to everyone else's, I think, 13 or 18 in the regular season. To come in here and run this so close, like it's not close, it's down to the wire. Hughes, you get that ball in just a couple feet more, and the team in the white jerseys are the ones that are celebrating, and they got a trip to Watford on the 31st. As it stands right now, the Wembley Stallions are that team, and I tell you what, when it comes time for the Cheetahs to face the Stallions, I don't know how many people are going to be picking the Cheetahs.
No, I personally wouldn't, just based off Wembley are very formidable and they're good in the run game, which is the key. You know, when you can move the ball on the ground on a consistent basis, you're going to win playoff games. And that's sort of the success they had last year. They just got beaten by the Pit by a very good Rushmore team, and the success they had this year. I mean, if it wasn't for that, they wouldn't have won today. EKM, credit to them, they're a hell of a football team. Hell of a football team, and they'll be back.
I mean, Jamie, like it was right there for the Mavericks.
Go off.
Can't come part of the team. Has to be a neutral. Okay.
Oh, me to go. Okay, I've got to go. Hand back the trophy.
So James is actually going to be the man to go and hand out the trophy. So, I mean, to be fair, James, you can keep your mic on if
I'll
you
keep
want.
my mic. Am I handing this
You can
out?
keep your mic on if you want, James.
Is he still going to be on mic'd up then, so you can hear him?
Yeah, I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear what James is saying.
They're going to nominate the MVP for us, and we're going to nominate one for them.
Okay.
I don't know where we're going. Shall I take a table out to the middle?
Thank you.
Okay. So all the, so I don't understand how James has managed to be wrangled into giving out the trophy.
James wasn't expecting that, I don't think.
Oh gosh. I want to see if Marius can get a shot of James just walking across with the D1 South trophy. There he is.
So for context, the person that does the trophy presentation has to be someone that isn't from either club.
Got no.
That is James in this situation, and looking very confused as to what he's meant to be doing with those right now.
What are you doing, man? He can't hear us, can he? He's just smiling. The camera's over there. I do want to say a shout out to our tech crew here today. We've had you know, a lot of people come in or through, a lot more than normal. So I want to thank George for taking some still shots for us today. I want to thank Kieran, who has been tirelessly up in that tower. It's been a hot, hot day. Has it been for old Kieran Knight? And he's the MVP of the DCS team today. He's the MVP, and we also want to thank Elliot Maris for getting everyone together, getting all this great tech kit. I want to thank James and SJ as well. SJ a bit less than I want to, you know, thank him compared to James. But James is, I wish I could get, to be fair, I was about to say, I wish I could get you a shot of just James stood around, just with the Southern Division 1 trophy, just, and I can guarantee he's about to go and ask someone, what do we just do? What am I doing with this? Because you can hear it on the stream, because I don't have his there. I beg he doesn't swear. I beg no one swears. If someone swears from James's mic, that's not our fault. But we're going to stay on because we're going to let Wembley celebrate, let EKM commiserate, and then we'll have some interviews. Probably with head coach Warren Smart, and probably Ted Watts as well, the QB for.
I was just going to say, let's get into that then. So the MVPs for this game are apparently decided by the opposition team, coaching staff for the opposition's MVP.
Yeah.
Who would you say was the overall MVP for today's game? I mean, there's a few people you go with.
I don't know, because I'm quite. I'm tempted to give it to an EKM player, despite the fact that they lost. It was, you know, it was Wembley's game to lose.
This fit, I think if I was going to
came down to the wire, like it was very possible. You know, there's an alternate universe happening right now somewhere where EKM are not celebrating here.
There's part of me that thinks, well, if I was going to give an MVP to anyone on the Wembley side, I think it'd have to be Kent Basira, number 15, because that ball in the end zone was caught.
Yeah.
And he's I think that could have changed the game massively if that hadn't happened.
Yes.
That had gone through and didn't happen. But at the end of the day, it's all if buts and maybes.
But I mean, EKM, they've obviously got a bright future, but they're not going to be playing football until probably March or obviously if someone's going to play uni ball, of course. I mean, they won't be playing for their club for a hot minute, whilst Wembley, they've got to. They've got to sort of refocus. But I mean, given how dominant Wembley has been, for EKM to narrowly lose, like as far as I'm concerned, Wembley almost lost that game for themselves.
Yes. I think the Mavericks, credit to the Mavericks for how they've done.
I tell you what, like, if the Mavericks won this game, then that defensive pass interference penalty would have gone down in the law of British American football. I think that the one day where Britball has a Hall of Fame, like they do in Canton, Ohio, probably in Bassingbourn or somewhere, like really remote, there'd be a British Hall of Fame, and I think there is an
Africa Hall of Fame, isn't there?
There's not like a physical building, is there?
Oh no, there isn't. No,
there's a Hall of Fame. There's not like a physical. You been there?
Yeah, there's no artifacts. There's no.
But if there was, that flag would be going into the Hall of Fame. But I mean, Wembley. I mean, they've been on the edge for so long. One of the better run clubs in all of British American football. I think even their adversaries would probably say that. So to get a shot in the Prem.
James has now set up his little trophy presentation.
This is great because you're going to get to the people at home are going to be able to get to hear what James says as he presents the Southern Trophy to the Wembley Stallions. Just hanging around. We will have some. We will have some interviews afterwards, but. For all the Wembley Stallions who are either not here, retired, and this moment is for you.
It's an interesting one, isn't it, though? Because in previous years,
I think that there's going to be a bucket in the future of Mr. Warren Smart.
I think it's been the odd thing for this year is that with everything changing in terms of how promotion and relegation works. Last year, this game would have been it. That's it. You're up. Yeah. You're going to a national bowl. Whereas now the job's not done. No. If anything, this means really nothing unless you go and win in a couple of weeks somewhat.
But this is it, right? And this is why I think it's so sort of depressing. Obviously, with how things have turned out with Edinburgh and Newcastle, Scunthorpe and Merseyside, like right now, I mean, we'll check the score in a second. I mean, they're having a great time. Listen, they are having a fantastic time. No matter what happens in that game, well, let's say like Scunthorpe win by 97, Merseyside only showed up with 2 people. It doesn't matter. You're promoted, But right now, it's all eyes of the world are going to be on that Hertfordshire versus Wembley game. And to be fair, and in terms
I think that'll be a class game.
Huh?
I think that'll be a class game as well. That one.
I think it will be as well. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because this is like Merseyside to Scunthorpe. That's a big journey.
But
Wembley to Watford's.
I think those geographically, I think that's the closest team to Wembley. Yeah,
probably.
Outside of maybe even including the London teams.
Yeah, it's not far.
No.
I can't imagine Wembley going to be playing for a bus. And this is what's crazy. Wembley have just put some. Wembley have immediately put a meme up. That's pretty crazy. Good on Wembley, I suppose.
We all know with memes it might come back to get you.
Sorry.
Memes. Season's not done yet, so it could come back to bite them.
I don't know about that. But I can say that Merseyside beat Scunthorpe 21-6. Hereford beat Somerset.
They're up.
I think the Birmingham Bulls are still down. I'm unsure about Oxford, but last time I checked it was 21-0 to the Saints. So unless Berkshire have done an absolute worlder. That's really funny. I mean, not to get anyone else, you're only not taking the time. Stallions win. 28-0 is currently the score in Oxford versus Berkshire. That game is also being live streamed, so if you don't want to stick around and watch the championship presentations, then I mean that's the one to go and watch. Yep, of course. So I mean, and especially when you consider as well that Wembley have got this documentary crew filming them as well. I mean,
they had it last year, I think, as well,
didn't they? They had it last
year
as well. They didn't manage to get there, and I mean, it's a comeback story for Wembley here. I mean, they're going to have a great documentary. It's going to be interesting to watch that when it comes out as well.
There's still one episode left to write.
There is, you know, and to be fair, I never like it, you know, like because I'm sure, well, I don't know, I can't see down there, but when you have like people who bring, you know, the bottles of champagne with them in their game bags, hate it.
It's one of those things where if you're on the other end of it, so by that I mean if you see that a team has turned up with that, it really does fuel you to kind of go out there and win. It's just a slightly bit more.
I didn't, mate, no. I thought it'd be funny. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you've got a neutral who's come to watch you and they've brought a bottle of champagne, bottle of prosecco, but if you're a player and you've bought like something to pop, something to spray there, don't know about that.
Is it arrogance or is it confidence?
Well,
or is it sportsmanship
well,
wise?
Thing, right? So in one of the first, I think the second live stream I ever did, it was for the women's sevens, and it was Peterborough who were undefeated up until that point, and they had to play Leicester Falcons and Norwich Devils. The Peterborough Royals had brought some prosecco, some champagne, and to basically commemorate their undefeated season. And the Leicester Falcons beat them in the first game. And the Leicester Falcons told me that like they'd found out about that beforehand, and they were not pleased at all. Which I get.
Mind you, I can't talk because I think I noticed at the national final with Brunel is there was a couple of champagne bottles that came out.
Yeah, but
it wasn't from players.
Well, that's fine. It's like national final, you know, promotion.
But that's it, isn't it? Is you know, this is a great achievement for Wembley. But like I said, it all means nothing. There's a possibility that both of these teams next year actually play each other again, because if Wembley lose in 2 weeks' time, they're still in the south.
Yeah. This is again. It's you're the Division 1 Southern champions, but there is a possibility here that you're not promoted. And Hertfordshire, you know, if Hertfordshire went completely winless and they were, you know, really, really terrible at it, then I could, then I could understand that. Oh, okay, but no, Hertfordshire did beat Cambridge in first game, their first meeting. So, yeah. Again, we are going to let everyone commiserate, and we are going to let people have their time, and we will go for some interviews. So you are going to have us waffle for a little bit more.
I do think the Mavericks will be back here.
Yeah.
You know, they're a fantastic team. Yeah,
well,
great players, great coaching staff. And all they need to do now is just regroup and go again.
You know, it is such a shame, but I mean, this is football, this is sports. You know, you've got this team. Both teams deserved it. You know, I'll put it this: I don't know number 11 for EKM personally, but I'd go over and give him a hug. I'd hug him.
I mean, that's the thing. Joel is a fantastic human being, fantastic football player, just fantastic all round. And I think that's the thing, though, when you're the kicker as well, isn't it? Is that you can win games.
This is it. I really do.
But then again, like we said, it doesn't come down to that.
I really do think that it's a case of you know, that icing of the kicker, all done. That icing of the kicker in the first half, that gets in someone's head. I mean, we were speaking about it when going into it. Are they going to ice the kicker again? No, they're not.
I mean, that's it. Was it great defence, or was it an offence just not being able to get it over the line? This isn't to bash East Kent at all, because the offence did play fantastic. And it just got to the 15-yard and in, and it just couldn't get there.
Well, I mean, you've got to look at like they were close on multiple occasions. I mean, what was it that pick from number 15, Kent Hero? I mean, that was the game. If again, there were multiple elements that put the Wembley Stallions in the position to win this game by just, what was it?
3 points?
Huh? That's what I said. Sorry, I can hear myself in my own headset. I'll take that.
I thought you were saying you can hear voices in your head. Right, I was all right, Randy.
So, you know, James is currently presenting the trophy, I think.
I think the positioning of it is quite interesting. It feels makes like, but we'll get to the point where it's like, what have we got left to talk about? Is the trophy setup is all the way over on the.
It's literally the other side.
Where it feels like it should be in the middle. So I'm very critical of James's presentation skills here.
Well, the thing is, the East Kent Mavericks have taken up the field. Okay. Well,
True.
So me and Ash are going to stop talking. James is on mic for the trophy presentation. We should be on mic anyway. Ted Watts is getting offensive MVP. Joe Thompson winning MVP for AKM.
A classic
QB,
football MVP there, isn't it? QB and QB. I think then all that is left is to.
They wanted to do the thing. Apologise for the swearing, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go, the Wembley Stallions are going to face the Hertfordshire Cheetahs, the Division 1 Southern champions. You can see the cigars and the trophies. Everyone wants a picture with that. And to be fair, I will say that in terms of people to give out the trophy, James actually isn't a bad shout when you consider that. Well, what did he do? He's done exactly what they've done. Never promoted, come in, promoted, and we've won the championship. You know, well, actually no, they've won the championship before they're promoted. Difficult. Difficult. Yep. Do you think Coach Smart has specifically requested not to be Gatorade bucketed, because I'm sort of waiting for that. We'll cut the stream.
I've known Coach Smart for a long time, and I'm sure he'd appreciate it, but save it for the big game. Save it for the bigger game.
Sorry, did you say save it for the big game? They've got cigars and a like.
You should.
Yeah.
Evening, I'm back.
Yeah. Oh. How was that for you?
It was good. They're very happy. Well, we got the Starman Greenwich here.
Can't wait to watch you lot stream. How you doing, Carl?
Yeah, good seeing you.
Mr. Greenwich, thank you very much for coming, guys.
What I mean. Can we have an interview with you in a bit?
Yeah, of course.
We're just going to get our cameras set up when everyone's done celebrating. Well, not done celebrating, you know what I mean.
Yeah, cheers, man.
A great game. A great game for
I
football.
guess, you know, the commiseration for EKM, but it's one of those things where you're a good football team. How much commiseration can you take away from that? Despite the fact that you're not going to play Hearts. But I'm sure that the comment section of this particular game was full to the brim with cheaters.
So we'll see. When's it? 31st. So it's 2 weeks. So.
Yeah.
Good game. It'll be a good game. Cheaters will be up for it, obviously. So I'm looking forward to. I'll probably go down and watch.
Yes, but only if I do it on my phone. Don't get them out. No. Okay. That's fine. I'll just. Okay, that's fine. Okay then. Well, we're gonna get. So if you want to have some interviews, then I do apologise. We're gonna put those. No, I'm not gonna apologise for nothing. They're gonna go on the Instagram for DepthChartSports. We're gonna get in with some of the players, maybe some East Kent Mavericks if they want to talk to us, but I can imagine that they don't. So I mean, for the second ever DepthChartSports live stream, bit of a success. Stressful game,
Very.
sweating, gross, disgusting. But we are going to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much to the East Kent Mavericks. Thank you very much to the Wembley Stallions. Thank you to George. Thank you to Maris. Thank you to Kieran, who is, I hope, not burnt. Thank you to SJ, and thank you to James. We will be back with you at some point. We are covering all of the Brunel home games, so at the very least it will be the 19th of October when they face the Portsmouth Destroyers. If we have got other ones, be sure to stay tuned to DepthChartSports' Instagram, and we're going to share them all around. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Wembley Stallions are your Division 1 Southern champions. They will take on the Hertfordshire Cheetahs on the 31st of August. The scoreline here today, year of our Lord 2025, the Wembley Stallions 14, the East Kent Mavericks 11. Thank you very much and goodbye.